All right.
Very
Here we
good.
go.
Is this in Switzerland? Where is this?
This is Ireland.
Oh, Ireland, Ireland. Oh,
Hell yeah. We're going on a trip, Daniel. On a journey.
Dublin, Ireland.
ooh, Dublin. Yeah.
So far on the channel, it's been mostly Italian towns.
Yeah, we're sick and tired of
This
it.
time, I'm back home.
Let's go home, guys.
And I finally get to show you the town where I grew up.
This is
It's where I was born. It's where I went to
Oh,
school.
right. This is where this whole
While I'm here, I'll show you
adventure begins.
some little secrets you never knew about this town. I'll show you the history
you got to go to the
and the
millstone.
people.
What'd you say, Daniel?
We got to go to the
And then
millstone
I'll
bar.
end it
That's
there.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he goes.
Just kidding. Not a chance.
Damn. It's out. You know, people have been waiting for this video forever.
I head out west.
People have been telling me, Tim, where the heck is O'Shane? What is going on? They're worried about him, right? They're like, what the fuck is going on? O'Shane, are you guys no longer friends? Where is he doing? Why he no longer appears on your channel and everything? I'm like, dude, guys, he's like busy editing the video. That's why it finally came out.
Oh.
It's an hour and a half
Oh, sweet. Oh,
long
sweet.
and that's just part one, Daniel.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to. He should charge, and we'll pay for it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's worth. It's
you
worth
should become a member. You should become a member. I am a member, by the way.
Wait a minute. I was a member. I was the cheap member.
Okay, yeah, that's me too.
happened?
I'm not made of money, Daniel.
No,
You
no. I
know,
mean, I was the lower end member, not the high end member. You know, the
It's
$5.
okay. It's okay. It's the gesture that counts. Even if you hit the upvote button, it helps out.
I do. I'm
Yeah.
a loyal philanthropist. I give to the Tim Society. You know,
Yes, you help the poors.
and then every once in a while I'll ask for nursery advice from roommate. You know,
Sure.
it's
Roommate,
all that kind of stuff.
fountain of
You know?
wisdom.
I love it when roommate comes serious to the microphone, like her side view,
Yeah,
and tells you something you're supposed to do. in the
she
morning.
might be on later tonight
Oh,
when she
okay,
comes back
that's
from
it.
work. She's not working tomorrow, so she texted me and she said,
Okay.
"I'm not working tomorrow." I told her, "Hey, you want to go on a hike? We could go on a hike."
Yeah.
But she said she downvoted that option. She doesn't want to.
Is
So I
that
don't know.
is that just her taste, or is she in protest to something and she's not going on a hike with you?
You know, I was really busy following up on this crazy story that broke,
Oh
the
yeah.
breaking past couple of weeks, right? That awful video where Red Shovel was abused on a 4P stream.
Mhm.
So I've been busy analyzing and dissecting that live stream like multiple times. So I was just kind of just trying to study this
Oh, yeah.
thing. So I haven't really been paying attention to what the roommate is doing. But today when she comes back, we're gonna plan something for tomorrow.
Yeah, and yeah, that sounds like good. That sounds good. It'll distract me from me looking for a storage unit. Hopefully, in a short while. To put my. Should I show you the couch I'm going to take with me?
Yeah, show us the couch. You're taking a couch with you?
Well, it's really a love.
Do you already know your the love seat? I
The
think
love
I
seat.
remember. It's a
You saw
very
it. You saw it.
antiquated.
Yeah, hold on.
Is it 18th century, 17th century?
I don't know. Can you see it? Am I showing it right or what? No.
Oh, you put your hand over the camera.
Okay, look. Let me do it this way.
Yeah, take a seat in it. Put the phone down and
Okay.
take a seat. Yeah, there's enough room
There's
for
enough room to see it. You see?
Yeah.
You know?
That looks like something from Anna Karenina.
Yeah, something from Anna Karenina. And you know, it's I'd be if I was working for you, you would have fired me by now. Because I'm not. Oh, there we go.
Daniel, trust me. I wouldn't I had one guy
Yeah,
volunteering for me. He
yeah,
almost went crazy.
yeah.
His name was Brightling. I
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
had one exchange with him, and he just went ballistic. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is with people. They can't work for me. It's hard. It's hard. Dealing with me is very difficult.
Well,
Speedy,
you're probably a perfectionist. I remember
I'm
uh,
worse than Ellen DeGeneres.
Diego had did a shoot with you, I,
Yes,
and he said he was surprised at the details that you wanted. I think you were shooting something with him. I forget what the
I did.
situation.
Okay, I don't know
He
about.
wasn't criticizing you. He was just saying that you were, you were kind of a purist about how to do something on a shoot or something. I forget what it was about.
Oh,
I think it was Diego. I can't remember.
yeah.
That's not knocking Diego. He was just sharing. There's
Some people are speculating that something that like Diego is angry at me or something that he left. But I
there
think
might be.
he had bigger fight with you around that time. No,
Well, I was talking, and then he went into the he I think wanted to cut it
that
off.
back and
And
forth. You had
when
that
I'm still
back and forth.
talking, I would just need a minute. He says, "You already had the minute." Now maybe nothing. I can't. I'm only conjecturing.
He has the. I mean, but that's a weird sense of humor that Diego has. That sometime it's the sound. It's a sarcastic thing. I think he was trying to be sarcastic, but he has a weird. He does voices right when he was
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was good at it too, actually, wasn't
dealing with sarcasm. It's so difficult to.
he? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's very easy to say the wrong thing or get misinterpreted, and people just get offended over nothing. So
Yeah, and I think who was used to be with us. He's kind of Scottish, but he lives in the Mid East.
he lives in
He
Medias.
used to be with us, and then he was. I think he kind of gave up, and he's gone on to the other street. A fellow that used to be with us for a little bit from Scottish, but he was living in I don't know next to Saudi Arabia, one of those countries, and he's from Scotland or Ireland or something. Oh,
He was on
Denmark.
the streams.
He was on with you on the Tim Wright show for a little while,
Really?
and took it too personally some of the trolls,
Oh,
and then he left. But I can't. If I remember, he had an unusual handle name, and he used to be with us.
Solus? Was it Solus?
No, I forget.
Look, there's a lot of unusual people who come through this watch
No,
community.
he was
You
good.
gotta you gotta have tough skin
He
to
was good, but he was just maybe a little bit too took it too personally, whatever sarcastic
something
remark.
that someone in the chat said against him.
Yeah, in the chat, not you. I think it was in
Oh.
the chat.
Well, let's find him. Let's find out who it was and fix things up. Maybe we can explain to him how it was a misunderstanding. Speedy Hernandez, $5 super chat. Everyone, please beg Oshin to make more movies so he'll spend the next year editing and stay away. Jeez, fucking hilarious. Oh, let's keep watching. Let's watch a little bit more of this stuff.
West
Yeah,
to trace the steps of my ancestor.
Esther's
Ruled this
footsteps.
country.
yeah. Trace the steps.
And it's St. Patrick's Day. Oshin timed the release of the
While
video
I'm
perfectly.
on search for the best chowder.
Oh, some of that too looks
I
great.
never wanted chowder until now.
Yeah. What kind of chowder is it?
I think it's clam.
Get ready
yeah.
to see
Yeah,
some
clam.
of the most beautiful places in the world.
Wow. Look at that clip.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Jeez.
some watches too. We love those.
There's a woman who's got
Yeah.
3 million subscribers, over 3 million, 3.5 subscribers, and she's a busker musician. She's making more money than she had a label maybe as a singer on busking in the city in Ireland. It's super talented, and she was interviewed by DeGeneres. I'm not a fan of DeGeneres, by the way, but
I'm
in
not a
LA,
fan of her either.
being a super successful singer, who I think she's written her own songs, but she's making such a hit busking, not for the money, but just for this. Like she's up to in the big numbers on YouTube.
Wristwatchholic says Daniel cannot make anyone angry but you, Timmy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so maybe it was me who said.
Oh,
Once you catch that, you realize he's a very funny guy. Yeah, right.
yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
Rob
yeah,
F.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, and I.
No, that was only guessing that I may have pushed back at Diego and rubbed him the wrong way.
Hey! Look at this, Daniel. Red Shovels in the chat. Red, hop on the stream. I got the Nuremberg papers basically that I want to go through with him.
Oh, the Nuremberg papers. Ooh.
Yeah, I've basically the other side wants to sign an agreement, right? They got it. We're working on a peace agreement. It's like denuclearization
Okay, but who's the
treaty,
lawyers handling it? Though?
huh?
Who are the lawyers handling it?
Which lawyers are handling?
Yeah,
I'm
be
I'm
creative.
waiting for
Be
OC.
creative.
OC is gonna be my lawyer. I
Okay.
already used him in my fight against the IRS.
All right.
So
Okay.
what I have is I have the demands. I have what the other side is demanding that I do. And in return,
Yes.
they're going to do what my demands are.
Oh, okay.
But their demands, guys, they're ridiculous. Their demands, they're basically asking me to eat a shit sandwich in front of everybody. And I don't know if I have I might have the gag reflex might not let me do it. I mean, look, I'll try. If it's for the
Okay.
greater good, I'll do it. Obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, if I see
If it's more along the lines with "I apologize for any misunderstanding," da 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 da, as opposed to "I'm guilty of everything," you know, like that. If it's like for the I apologize for any misunderstanding, da 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 da.
you're not a professional comedian, right? You never said you were a professional comedian.
No, I
So
did
when
not.
you say a joke and it doesn't land, you can't be held liable. Everybody understands you're trying to take jokes. I think
Yeah.
that's the rule. That's the deal. I think everybody who's on here, they understand. Daniel is not trying to be serious. He was serious only once, and that was that time with Tim G. And besides that, Daniel is just trying to make jokes, and he's
No, but
testing stuff out.
yeah,
And
but
we can see if it
sometimes
works, if it doesn't.
yeah, true. And sometimes I'm semi-serious, and I'm lucky, and I find a spin. Sometimes don't.
Or you're trying to be smart comedian. You're trying to do smart comedy, which is extra difficult. Because you're trying to be like George Carlin, right? But it
Yeah,
takes
but
a lot of skill.
30%. That's all you're aiming on is 30%. If you get hit at 30%, like batting 300, that's
Yeah.
considered good. The Red Shovels just got a statement here.
Red Shovel, £5 super chat. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm celebrating with dark green bowel movements brought on by large volumes of 19 crimes. Red wine. Red, happy St. Patrick's Day. If you have a chance to join the stream where we can talk about the peace treaty. We're going to start writing the peace
Yeah.
treaty. What can we do? What do we have to? What can't we do? And what can we offer the other side in return for maybe easing up on some of the requirements that you asked me there?
Tim, I'm still here, but I'm going to have some soup, okay? I'm still here.
That's fine. Okay, let's watch a little bit more of this video. And it's an adventure. It's like The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings of wristwatch world. Holy shit! Is Machine going to meet Golem? Because we know that Oshin has already fought the wizard. Tom. Okay, hey, let's bring on some characters on here. The Awesome Pawn, welcome to the show.
Hey man, I
Hey.
was busy today, but when you just mentioned peace treaty, I was like, I have to hop on.
Yes, so the other side wants to make peace, and they sent me a list of their demands. They sent me the demands.
What were the demands, Tim boy?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not ready to show it yet. I need some. I need OC as a lawyer and a witness, and Red Shovel to see, because I
And
need
maybe
somebody who help me translate. There's
and
a
maybe
lot of
and maybe Oshin. I don't know. It's up to you.
Oshin. Yeah, maybe Oshin will hop on. Maybe we'll get him on to help
At
me
least,
decipher
Timmy,
some of the language.
Timmy, at least give us some teaser, man. We deserve a
Oh,
teaser.
oh, they want me to eat a shit sandwich, basically.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, some financial incentive is involved for you.
No, no. You know what I want in return? You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I want? Like, the people keep asking me. They keep asking me, "What do you want? Like, leave us alone." I'm like, I'm not. I don't need anything, right? But listen, if what do I want, right? What
Yes, sir.
personally, I don't want anything. But there's few things that I'm trying to accomplish, right? Number one thing that I want: Wizard behind bars, right?
Mm.
We know what was done. We know how the Tugger was canceled, right? Is that
Yes.
the victims got together and they contacted FBI. So what I want, because let's see, the victims, they won't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. I have no reputation. My reputation has been smeared by the hate streams. So nobody trusts me, right?
Yep.
But people still trust 4P. And all that 4P has to do, tell the victims to do what the victims in the Timepiece Gentleman situation did. Go to the
Hold on,
police.
Timmy. Timmy, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
If
Why?
victims say we don't want to go to the police, that's fine, right? But I think what 4P can do, he could tell them that they should.
Just a question, Timmy. Who the hell trusts 4P now?
Well, people do. Believe it or not, a lot of people, they do trust them, especially the victims. Those victims, they trust the 4P.
Even the Americans one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The-
They have a lot of respect for him. And you heard even Red Shovel, even to the end, Red Shovel to this day would still buy a watch from BQ.
I can
I
understand Red
know. I mean,
Shovel, but because Red Shovel is drunk half of the time, so I know he can't make a consciousness decision. But I don't know about other people, Timbo.
yeah.
Hmm. I thought that he had so much scams that no one trusted 4P, but I might be wrong.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised. It's actually a lot of people still trust 4P. It's unbelievable, but true. I wouldn't say anything if nobody trusted him, right? But because so many people still do, that's why it matters. That, like, I'm telling you, I can guarantee it, that if 4P calls victims and tells them, you know what, lads, it looks like the way to get out of this situation with the wizard is to do what was done with the Timepiece Gentleman.
Hmm.
Get together, all collectively call the Canadian FBI, tell them how much from each person was stolen, make all those necessary statements, boom, put a lock on the guy, put an end to this. Enough is enough. It's so simple.
It's called CSIS.
A what?
The Canadian version of the FBI is called CSIS.
CSIS. There we go. CSIS. Daniel Katz could help us out. Right? It's so simple. Yeah, and
So, Timmy, can you just tell me who approached you with that treaty?
oh, there was an intermediary. But basically the treaty is from 4P.
Hmm.
Their what they want. They sent me a list of demands.
But why the fuck you will follow their demands?
Well, because I want them to contact the wizard, right? They say if I do what they asked me in that video, then they're in return that they're going to do some of the things that I want them to do, right? Like for 4P to contact the wizard. I want them to do that. I think that's important. Oh, sorry, not for 4P to contact the wizard, for 4P to contact the victims and tell them to go to the police regarding the wizard.
Wait, stop for a moment. A break. What? How much of the video are we going to see of Oshin's tonight? Are we seeing any of it?
Watch the whole video right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sean, $5 super chat. He says, I look forward to watching Oshin's video later tonight with a glass of red breast. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all amazing Irish brothers and sisters. Cheers, Sean.
Congratulations, Sean, on your watches, man. Congratulations.
He got the one, the only, the white Speedmaster. I'm wearing the black one today.
So,
Man, you know what? I if my brother really wants to buy this Speedy, I would sell it to him to get the black one. Sorry, to get the white one. I really would. It's a it's a really nice looking white. I feel like the dial is just higher quality. It's on another level compared to the black one. Not that there's anything wrong with the black one. It's great. It's simple, it's classy, it's timeless, but it's just the white one. It's the next level.
uh,
Anyways, so yeah, so now there's the few demands that I want, right? So I
yes,
want
sir.
the victims to talk to the victims, apologize for Timepiece Gentleman. I think 4P, I mean, should tell everybody that he effed up by being so closely associated, for making all of those excuse videos for Timepiece Gentleman. I think he deserves he deserves, like, he should make an apology video for his people who follow him. I think that's why he lost a lot of respect, is because, right, he helped the Wizards, he helped Timepiece Gentleman so much, and he made a lot of videos kind of trying to disassociate himself from the TPG, saying like, oh, I wasn't even that close with him anyways. But yeah, right.
They
It's
were
kind of
they were
ridiculous.
abandoning the ship. They were
Yeah,
abandoning the
yeah.
ship.
But he literally, dude. You know what? Let me show you the thumbnail. That Forpy made about Timepiece Gentleman. It's so wild that like this thumbnail alone. Forpy should apologize. Like, she should make an apology video for this thumbnail alone. Watch this. This is gonna just blow you up. Are you ready?
Yes,
Watch,
sir.
watch this.
The second.
The second coming of the Timepiece Gentleman. He compared Timepiece Gentleman to Jesus Christ. That's he as the savior of the wristwatch community. Timepiece Gentleman was supposed to save the market. He was supposed to take us to the promised land of above the retail Gerard Perigo wristwatches. I mean, come on, man.
But
Like that. This is the kind of thing. If your job is to predict like certain events, if you're a specialist or something like this, and you make like a mistake this big, it should be over for you. Like, you should have to, like, come on, man, this is ridiculous.
mm,
The second coming. Awesome pawn. But listen, you know what? I'm ready to to live up to my mistakes. Like, listen, if I made mistakes in the past, I wanna apologize for them. I wanna right the wrongs that I've done, because I'm not an innocent person. Right? Awesome pawn. I don't know if you know it, but I'm not an angel.
yeah, that's true, man. I've seen some stuff you have done, but yeah, no comments from my side.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't need anybody defend, right? But I don't think one wrong cancels the other wrong. Like, I think each situation should be dealt on separate, on an individual, um right?
Level,
A what?
individual level.
Yeah, right? Like, if there's a problem, right, then that problem should be solved. Like, that problem shouldn't be kind of ignored because somebody else has a different problem, has nothing to do with that one, but with the other party. Like, two problems, they don't cancel each other out. I think everything needs to be fixed up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And because this is like that's how Red was treated, right? A lot
Wait,
of the stuff was, hey, you did this because of that.
wait, can two negatives make a positive? I
I
remember
don't think so. No.
Two negatives? No.
and two negatives can't cancel each other out. Oh, where the awesome pawn went.
Oh, what happened? Because I was
Well,
thinking of two negatives, Tim and Daniel Katz.
No,
Sir,
but look, if I made a mistake, if I said something that was wrong, factually wrong, or I don't incorrect, then obviously I would like to correct the record.
right.
Hey, awesome pawn, welcome back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got distracted.
Yeah, it's just I'm not pretending to be a wristwatch guru on here. Although people constantly say Tim doesn't know what the 7750 movement is, and I said yes, I didn't know that I'm not an expert. I never said I'm some type of a movement expert here, right? I
I
don't
remember that
understand.
moment, Timmy. I remember that moment. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, right. It's like it's out of the blue as well. Like, what are you trying to? Catch me on the spot here and some, and I even said it's a chronograph.
Well,
It was a setup. I learned later how it was it was a
yeah.
setup. Yeah, what's
Well,
up, Daniel?
it's a well-known Russian movement that ETA bought out. ETA bought out. It's a well-known Russian movement. That one. It's used by a lot of watch brands where you really get good quality for $2,000 or whatever it is, and they use
In
that
what?
Are you
for
talking
the
about Shalita,
7750.
Daniel?
What?
Are you?
77550. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, no, 7750 is a fine movement.
yeah.
No, but it's just, I'm just saying that I don't have reputation. I don't go around telling people what is the best gray market dealer. Although I did have a sponsor in the past, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody would dispute that European Watch Company and David SW, that those are good choices. Right? I'm
Yeah.
no longer sponsored by them, but I don't say that like, hey, these people, I know these people so really well because I spent 30 years in the business, right? I don't have reputation of being able to kind of educate someone on
Okay,
what
never
dealer
mind.
to go with.
Never mind that. Mickey hasn't been around. He's got a text here. Mickey.
OC91, $2
Oh,
super chat. Wait, you're not a watchmaker like Nico? What the fuck? I know, right? It's like these guys go around. Nico Leonard said he's a watchmaker because he changed the strap.
yeah, but Mickey was just before you. Mickey. Mickey
Mickey, come back. Where's Mickey?
on the text. The
He's
text.
I
in
think
the
he's
tag.
here. What Daniel meant Mikey, Timmy.
Mikey. Oh,
Mikey. Yeah,
Mikey.
like
When Timmy sees a bridge, his reflex action is to burn it. Reach for the lighter. But you know
yeah,
what?
basic.
It was proven that it was Paul Thorpe who was burning the bridges for me. Because when Allen
Yeah.
and Red Shovel, all of those guys went to the British watchmakers, Paul Thorpe sneakily pulled aside
Okay.
Red Shovel and Allen and tried to tell them to leave Timmy alone, because if you leave Timmy for some reason, you'll be more successful. like,
Okay.
Yeah, man.
like at what? Like what? What are we?
Okay.
So,
Man, I didn't expected that thing from Paul Thorpe, Timmy.
dude, this is like kindergarten level, though.
He's acting like a high school bully, man.
Yeah, he's acting like a villain from a fucking Home Alone movie.
Out of
Him
which,
and Spencer, they're like the two, right? The two thieves that tried to break into the Home Alone
oh yeah,
house. This is like straight up micro villain behavior.
yeah, man. And I still don't know what the hell did you do wrong. You didn't do anything.
I did. That's what I said. Just tell me. Just tell me what it is that I did wrong, and I can apologize sincerely for it. And then you could tell the victims to contact the Canadian FBI, and we could put the end to the wizard. But they won't tell me.
Hmm.
OC91, $2 super chat. Wait. Oh yeah, I had this one.
Yeah, you had to.
So yeah, it is what it is. But look, we'll talk about it later when we get to it. Let's keep watching this video, or do you guys want to see some watches? I wanted to kind of show you some watches, and then we can get back to the Ireland video when we have more people watching. There's some interesting developments in the market meantime. Look at this. White dial Skydweller for 16.5 I remember when someone in the watch community bought this one for 37,000.
Man, I feel bad for that poor soul, Timmy.
Yeah, it is.
What's the MSRP? What's it
MSRP? It's
more or less?
actually, I think that's around MSRP. It's retail. It might actually be going below retail now. Let me check. Chrono 24. Well, this is 2020. Um, so there's a newer model that has slightly improved movement, but let's not worry about that. Let's see, Sky Dweller. Here we go. Sky
Uh,
Dweller.
Timmy.
It's 15,600. So basically, this is the retail.
Yeah,
It's going
Timmy.
at retail. What's up?
You missed MD Chaz super chat.
I missed an MD Chaz super chat. Sorry about that, MD Chaz. Let's pick it up here. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Exactly. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not gonna be intimidated. Uh, it's funny. It's a funny stuff here. Honestly, just over a couple of watches. Awesome pawn. Come on.
Man.
James the Advisor, $5 super chat. Do you know what movement was in the Daytona 6263? A Val effing Jou. Val Jou. Yep, look it up. Interesting. A Val Jou. Let's pull it up.
Value the same one as that number you just mentioned. That moon with that number is a value.
Yep. I think they only have one chronograph, Daniel. They have some slight modifications on it, like 7753, but it's basically the same architecture.
That I think the 7753 is without a rotor. It's a wind up, isn't it?
Yeah. That's basically the same architecture.
Yeah, basically the same. Yeah.
Wow, you guys, you're not gonna believe it. I just got somebody just texted me and said that
The deal is off.
no, that Andy Binns has been meeting up with Forpy. Apparently, that's
Well,
that's the
Andy,
latest breaking news.
well, you know what? Then I don't think this agreement is going to happen because Andy Binns is going to. I'm only guessing. He's going to give his weird.
He was a spy all along. You see that? How he was a triple agent. I thought for a short time there, awesome pawn. I thought that maybe we had Andy Binns flipped. That maybe he was working for us. But he was a triple agent all along. That was his strategy the entire
Man.
time.
Do you know what was his giveaway to me?
What?
The teeth.
The
He
what?
had horrible teeth, man.
The
Have you
teeth
seen his
gave
teeth?
him
Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Man.
Daytona 6263 with the Valjoux movement. Let's pull it up. Let's see if I can find a link. Daytona 6263 movement. Let's see, can anybody show us a movement for this watch? I doubt it, right?
Yep.
Watchfinder did a video on it.
Watchfinder. Fuck them, Timbo.
No, dude, I feel bad for Andrew Morgan. He basically single-handedly built an empire for these guys, and in return, he just got a little salary. He could have had a portion. He could have been a millionaire. That, like, literally, if he just had his lawyer write the contract correctly for the job that he was doing for these guys, he could have came out a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Because look, these videos, 228,000 views 6 years ago. He was rewriting kind of wristwatch history. And this was the biggest channel at that time. I was watching
I'm,
this religiously.
yeah. I'm not feeling bad for Andrew Morgan, Timmy. Do you know why?
No, I mean, this is like being a millionaire. There's no whatever. I mean, he still got away really well. He created an incredible piece of art. There's nothing to be, feeling bad for. He could
Yeah.
have been a millionaire. Like, literally, he could have been. He just got screwed out of an incorrect legal agreement.
So Timmy, he's
Yeah.
basically the British Tim Mosso.
Yeah,
If you think
exactly.
about it.
Except Tim Masso uh, has correct lawyers, and Tim Masso, man, he's got he's a brilliant businessman. He's not just into watches. He's not just great spokesperson for the wristwatch hobby. Tim Masso doesn't just talk watches. He is building an empire in this wristwatch space. Watchbox, see, Watchbox, unlike Hodinkee took time off. The leadership at the head of Hodinkee took time off, whereas Tim Massa has been spearheading. And now that they rebranded as the
Nine,
1916 company, I think they're going to be even more powerful.
you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Because Timmy, I live in the south, and we don't feel any impact from the watch box or the 1916 company. To be honest with you,
Really?
yeah.
I think it's gonna be about access to the CPO watches.
Okay.
They'll be able to sell their CPO watches because I think that was the requirement that Rolex had. They wouldn't sell it to the Watchbox. Watchbox couldn't sell used Rolexes because they were known as a gray market dealer. So the 1916 is a rebrand that creates a legal some kind of a loophole. It's not a loophole, but like it's a
It's
legal
an
way.
agreement. It's an
It's a
agreement.
legal agreement, yeah, where it's no longer yes, it's working with a gray market dealer, but the entity itself is no longer it's no longer a gray market dealership. It's a kind of it's a necessary paper redefinition, and they're like the only ones that have this kind of access. So
Yeah, I know two salespeople from Watchbox. Timmy, I was thinking about buying a piece, and they were pretty decent guys at
mhm.
Watchbox.
Oh, what Watchbox? Watchbox is what's up. Watchbox, they're really cool. You know, their building is very similar to Luxury Bazaar on the outside.
Man, that sounds a disrespect, Timbo.
Yeah, no, I know, but it does. The physical location looks kind of similar, but it has multiple stories. I think Watchbox had like I don't know, at least 4 stories when and the Luxury Bazaar I think it's just two, the ground floor plus the top floor. I was there and there. I never been inside Luxury Bazaar, unfortunately. And I think now if I show up there with 2 gallons of ragu, they will know what I would be trying to do, so they'll call security on me too quickly.
Look at this watch, Timmy. Moser on the left, Lange on the right. That's chicken meal combo for me, man.
Heavy hitting stuff right here.
Yep.
Now that Moser, this is something similar to this PG had. I think he had one with a tourbillon too. But
Uh,
now he traded it for a different design. Like that Moser, that's kind of a Moser IWC Moser in a way. Like
yeah, that's a Flieger watch basically, Timmy.
yeah, it's a Flieger, but why isn't like IWC? I guess look, this is just to me. This seems just like a placeholder watch. There was an empty space in the price point. The price point being like 35,000 around that price. There
Uh,
wasn't a Flieger watch at that price, and that's where H. Moser positioned this piece to just fill a gap in the market.
What?
Every
Placeholder watch? What do you mean?
yeah, because there was a Flieger. Think about it. IWC Big Pilot. That's like a $15,000 watch. Above that, there's nothing actually. There's no Flieger above after IWC.
Well, oh,
So
hold on.
to get something better than IWC Flieger, you have to go now. There's 2 options. There's this H Moser for around 35, or you go Paddock for 60,000.
But hold on. They were back in the 30s, I guess. When the other version myself was alive. I'm just kidding. But back in the 30s, there was a big order for pilot watches for pilots for war, and
Yeah,
and there was a whole
IWC was
slew of
supplying
them.
watches to the
But,
Nazis.
but
Yes.
IWC wasn't just IWC; it was LACO and a couple other companies, and
Yeah.
they were affordable then. They were just like functional movements underneath, and it was, I guess, for the government to give to their pilots, not to keep, but for their service. They had those watches, and then later on, IWC tried to juice it up with steroids. In other words, a fancy movement, which is nice, but it wasn't absolutely necessary. Now people think that if they have a pilot watch, they're kind of it's a replica of an IWC. It's not.
Mm.
A bunch of people were commissioned to make it, but to make that pilot watch, right? So IWC really set the mark as a luxury pilot watch.
Yeah, but the cheap luxury pilot watch, 15,000. That's like the cheap price point for luxury.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
Listen,
no, but that it is. It's like that's where the Rolex Steel Sports are in. They're around that
Yeah, yeah,
15,000
yeah,
mark.
yeah, yeah.
That's the cheap price.
Yes, yes,
So that's why like Air King is around that area. But if you
yeah.
want to go higher, you want to go to super luxury or ultra luxury or mega ultra super luxury. You got to go higher, right? And to go higher, you go H Moser. Go higher than that, go Paddock. Oh, and if you want to go even higher than that, there's some Richard Mille pilot watches.
Oh, just slightly off topic. You just
Yeah.
reminded me. It has nothing to do with this, but just slightly off topic. Remember when that guy, the rapper, called on Nico like for
Yes.
bothering? Well,
Rick Ross.
Nico had a comeback,
So there's
and
a comeback,
it was kind
really.
of humorous
Uh
at the
huh.
rapper, and like remember when? Well, you got to see the video, but later on you'll take a look.
Uh
But
huh.
he says you better explore the world. Remember the rapper said, "Hey Piggly, you got to explore the world." And then you see him in the opening scene. He's in a fancy Bentley, Nico, and having a wine. He says, "Oh, thank you for your advice. I am exploring the world," or something like that.
Oh, Nico is
And
so triggered. He has to record his video. Either
there he is.
it's either a fake garage,
that's rental cars, Timmy.
Uh,
That's
right?
rental cars.
but you know what? I can't help it, but he's likable, Nico. He was
That's
he was offering kind of. I think he was offering a fig leaf or whatever, to make peace with this guy. He said, "Look, I know it's a fake, but big deal. Contact me." Like at the end, after making fun of the guy in the beginning.
who the heck does Nico think he is? That he's just catfishing Rick Ross. Basically, that's what he's
Well,
trying to do.
but he's making a point that Rick Ross had the one piece, not the set of 7 piece. You're supposed to buy all 6 pieces, aren't you? When
I
you
don't
buy,
know if you're supposed
no,
to. If you buy on the gray market, you could get one individual piece. Like
that's a
for
good
example,
point.
if
Okay, okay.
I was
All
a super mega rich, I wouldn't be buying a whole set. I don't need a whole set. I would
That's
just
right.
want one color. I would get
That's
the
right.
pink
That's
one.
right.
That's it.
That's right. Oh,
And,
you get the
and
pink one. Tim, I should have known.
I would break
You
up the set.
you break up the
Sorry
set.
to
Okay.
anybody who's pro
Yeah, yeah.
keeping the set together. I would tear it apart. I
That's
don't need
right.
one. I just need one. How many
That-
outrageously colorful and super ultra kind of over the top bust down watches does one man need?
yeah, yeah,
You don't
yeah.
need more than one.
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah, leave it to Tim to sabotage a set. Okay.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
I would too. And you would want pink, right? Pink?
I
Is
would
that,
take the pink one. Yeah.
maybe we could do a timeshare, Tim.
A timeshare as well. I only need to wear it like once a year
Yeah.
for just a day.
No. I think you have it for a few months. I have it for a few months. We'll work it out.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
work
have
it out.
my lawyers will talk to your lawyers. Okay.
Let's talk to OC.
Okay.
JMB pilot watch means not to be high horology. Yeah, but these guys, these watch manufacturers, they're just plugging holes in an imaginary spreadsheet, right? They're just looking at the entire market and they're looking at each category. Pilot's watch. And they look at, okay, pilot watch, in what price points do other manufacturers make these pilot watches? And they see, there's no pilot watch at 30,000. And they're plugging these holes just in hopes that somebody will want a pilot's watch, but they won't want the cheap pilot's watch from IWC, ew,
Or Steinhardt.
yeah, or Steinhardt, ew, they will want something around 30,000.
Yeah.
There's some people who spend basically on a budget. They go out with a budget. They're like, my budget is $30,000 for a watch. I don't want anything cheaper than that because it's junk.
Timmy,
Yeah.
one correction for you.
What's up?
The pilot watch manufactured by Moser, they're going for $13,000 in gray market.
13? Oh yeah, they're dropped.
So because
It's
I got an
doctors.
offer from I got an offer from Watchbox for 12, I believe. So I was like, fuck Moser. But yeah, they offered me 12 for that pilot's watch from Moser.
Wow. Let's see, Moser. Let's see what European watch company has from Moser right now. Let's see. Look at this. I mean, it's a great brand, by the way. There's some secret buys here. Look at this one. It looks like a Apple Watch. How ridiculous is that?
Ah, they copied the hype, man. Fuck them.
I mean, it's a kind of a unique thing, right? I wouldn't want to
No,
wear
that
something.
that looks too much like the Apple. No.
Right, it
They
looks
copied
exactly
Apple,
like
Back
that.
Daniel.
to me.
Daniel, they copied Apple wow, design basically.
Yeah. 1 for 1 too. It's wild.
Tim, I
Yeah.
just to amend
Yeah.
what I just said. If we timeshare, maybe I have it first because I got the pink shirt to go with the pink jeweled
Oh,
watch, the AP, the one
yeah.
that we're talking about.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Daniel is very committed to his bit, Timmy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, Daniel, whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you. I'll let you know.
Hey, just really quickly here, somebody in the chat is asking, oh, I think it's Oyster says, when are you at the Watches and Wonders? I'm gonna be there Saturday. Well, I'm gonna be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Gonna arrive on Friday. Friday we'll go we'll go to a small watchmaker show, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday we'll be streaming from the floor, so you'll be able to find us.
This is in Switzerland, Geneva.
Yep.
Geneva, yeah.
So Timmy, I have advice for you.
Yep.
Can you meet Vianney Halter, the watchmaker?
Vianney, of Maurice Grossman.
No, Vianney Halter, he has his own brand. He is a member of AHCI, one of the master watchmaker, but you would like him. He's basically the one of the best watchmaker to ever live.
I would love to meet Vianney Halter.
Yep.
Yeah, master watchmaker. That's incredible.
I think he's above his there for Philip Dufault. He's at his level.
Whoa. I mean, Philip Dufour is, what is he, like number 3 top watchmaker? Number 2? Number
Yep,
2,
number
right?
two.
After
Yep.
Smith. Because
Yep.
it goes Smith, Philip Dufour.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong, Timmy. It's George Daniels. If you're talking about 20th
Oh,
century.
well, no, I mean living.
Oh, living. Then I will take Dufour over Roger Smith. Easy.
Roger Smith number 1, Philip Dufour number 2, right?
Nah. So Dufour number 1, Roger Smith number 2.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
How come?
Man, Philip Dufour back in the 80s and the late 80s, late 90s, he was master of complications. The reason he's making simple watches now because of the Japanese market. So you should learn the history, Tim. It's very he has a very weird history, but it's so good you won't believe it.
Fair enough. Okay, interesting. See, all right. I really like Smith, but I don't know much about both of those guys. So if I need to learn more, definitely
Yeah.
something we should start try and explore.
Yeah, but Smith is also a very good watchmaker, but yeah, it's like seniority matters to me.
Okay. Well, I just thought, he's such a great successor to the George Daniels that I thought I could take him as kind of George Daniels's continuation of George Daniels's work. He's that good, It's as if George Daniels never died.
Yeah, I agree, but he didn't make his own what is it what is that movement, coaxial movement. He's basically following his master.
Well, he's working on his own stuff. Meantime, though, it's not like he's a schmuck and that he can't innovate, right? Does he make his own complication? Does he start or invent anything new?
Yeah, that time I don't know Timmy, but I'm pretty sure he has his own tourbillon, and he makes simple basic three handle. I don't know whether he makes a chronograph, but that's you can pull it up if he makes any chronographs.
That would be interesting to find out. Right? We need to learn a little bit more about these guys.
But Tim, if you have time, can you pull up some of the pieces from Vianney Halter?
Sure, Vianney Halter watches. Let's see. The Vianney Halter. Oh.
A quick story about Vianney Halter, Tim.
Please tell us.
Okay, my dad, when I got him to do some drawing, like to keep his mind going, to draw, sketch, he sketched an image of Vinnie Halter. I showed him a watch book. He sketched it, made an attempt, and I sent it to the website, Vinnie Halter.
Oh.
They got back to me and saying that Vinnie Halter liked it and says hello, and I showed a picture of Vinnie Halter smiling to show Dad, smiling back at Dad. Isn't that neat? I'm trying to look for the picture.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very one of the revered, Austin Palm. He's one of the revered watchmakers in the world. We don't know of him as much.
This looks very similar to the Cartier Pasha. You know, this one, this design. Yeah. I wonder if he had any relationship with George Daniels.
That design is from another designer, but he bought the rights to it, I think.
Oh yeah.
And, Timmy, he has a tourbillon watch. Look it up. His watch, tourbillon. That's one of the craziest watch I have seen from Vianney Halter.
Oh, that like multi-axis.
Yeah, it's this one. Yep. So
yeah,
for
that's mental.
that watch, Timmy, he had several patents because it's his own movement that he designed.
Is that shock resistant, or if you shake it, it's gonna break?
I don't know, Timmy. I haven't held any watches from Vianney Halter. But I have read his story, Timmy, and it's like he's one of the top guys in independent watchmaking. That's why, Timmy, if you meet him, Timmy, it would be interesting content for you.
Yeah, I would love to maybe interview this guy. You think does he do public appearances? Would love to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did. He had an interview with Waco from Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow. It is. These are. I. You know what? I did see these watches in the past. There's some videos that I came across. I think even Tommaso had some of these watches on the show he talked about. So, and I definitely remember this one, the Antica. That's a wild one. Holy crap. I think I've seen this one at an auction or something. This is crazy.
That's why, Timmy. I think 2 days back, I told OC the same thing that whenever you meet independent watchmaker, Timmy, that's a very good content.
Yeah.
For me,
Oh yeah. I met a lot of independent watchmakers. Very cool independent watchmakers. Unfortunately, I also lost a lot of footage, right? Some of the time that I had there to chat with Reshepi.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool meeting Reshepi. It also we met Biver.
Yep. Yeah, I remember Beware interview. Yep.
Yeah, we spoke for quite some time with Biver there. We talked to Laurent Ferrieri's brother. Even Philip Dufour was there. I didn't want to bother him a lot. You know, Philip Dufour, he spent a lot of time at Dubai Watch Week.
Yep.
He was there a lot, and there's been a lot of people. He was always someone was talking to him, so I didn't feel like just adding to.
So, Timmy, I have an advice for you.
Yeah.
I think it would. So, if you cultivate a personal relationship with Philip Dufour, he
I
might
can't
give you.
afford his watches. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you can still try to get some peace out of him, man.
I,
And
dude, come on. I would
Tim,
never.
Tim, I just emailed you. I looked for it and looked for it. I found
Ah,
the email to Halter. The picture where Dad did he's just learning to draw. He did a sketch of Halter from a book, and then Halter, I think one of the
wow.
images is replying and showing an image of him, and he
Oh,
says hello
wow.
on your email.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me show.
oh, so
That's my
Dan,
dad. Now he's not a champion artist. That was his attempt, but that's his sketch. And then Halter's later on has an image of him.
That's a pretty good sketch. If your dad was alive, he could be one of those people who do the sketches in the courtroom for Trump.
So
Timmy,
go to see
take
the
that
image of
back, Timmy.
Halter. There.
Timmy, take
There's
that
Halter.
back. Me and
What?
Daniel are pro
He's
Trumpers, man.
very
Me and Daniel
talented.
are
I'm
pro
saying he's
Trumpers.
very talented.
And that's him saying hello with the spark, the like Star Trek or
Yep.
the Cohen, the High Priest Cohen, doing the peace sign.
Whoa.
Isn't that
Oh.
neat? Yeah,
Live
yeah,
long and prosper,
yeah. That's
Daniel.
right. That's right. Isn't that cool?
That
Yeah,
is
so
very
Daniel, you know this guy? So have you spoken with him before?
No, what happened was I was just spurred by emotion in the moment that my dad drew this thing of Halter, and I sent it to the website people, not expecting anyone would reply, and they thought
yeah.
he was moved by it, and they sent a picture back to me for my dad.
That's
Wow.
a cool story, Daniel.
Thank you.
By the way, did you know that Daniel is also best friends with Max Booster?
I heard that story. And you're forgetting another name, Timmy. Philip Pikulik.
Dude, did I tell
Phil,
you the story how I completely fucked up my relationship with Max Booster?
no, you didn't.
Tell
Yeah.
us the story now, man.
I was
Oh
going to
my
have dinner. Now I
god.
gotta listen. I gotta listen to this one.
He hates me now. Like Max
Why?
Booster he hates my guts. Okay? Because
No,
I was in Dubai
yeah,
and get this, guys. It's the first day. I just arrived. I go, what the fuck am I going to do? Right? I freaked out. You understand? I
yeah.
freaked out because it's a new place, and it's a lot of pressure, and I don't know anyone. So I didn't even know where the heck am I gonna start this live stream. So I'm just sitting at the Bouvet Cafe. Shout out to Bouvet. It's a great
Oh
wine.
yeah. What's her name? What's her
Yeah,
name?
Audrey.
Audrey, Audrey.
Yeah. Shout out to Audrey. Audrey's so cool. She was there. She was there. I have it. She was there talking to her girlfriends. It was so cool. We were there at this cafe, and
Right, right.
I'm sitting there, freaking out. The roommate is with me, and she's sitting at the table because I was gonna go live stream, and she was just gonna stay there because she has
Mhm.
nowhere to go.
Yeah,
But she's sitting there, and I think it's been like an hour, and I'm just sitting. I don't know where to go for an hour. I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
where to even start. I'm just
yeah, yeah.
thinking. The roommate gets all pissy. It says, "Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go do anything?" I'm like, "Just give me time." Like I'm still.
I love her every moment, man.
Man, I like roommate Timmy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I won't stand that slander.
She's real.
Yo,
All I can say is she's real. Okay, go ahead.
I was like, "Just give me time. Give me freaking time."
Yeah,
And as soon as I say that, boom, like on like a clockwork, Marcus. I see Marcus, guys. Right, the kid with the Richard Mille,
Yep.
with the cool MBNF, right? This guy that
mm.
he's like a producer. He has his own like a studio
Oh yeah,
where they shoot serious films about
yeah,
wristwatches. Anyways, I meet him there, so we just sit down all together and we just have a little chat, right? And while we're chatting, I'm like calm down, I'm like okay, all right. There's some people here that I know. All right, this is cool. And right before just kind of going out and doing stuff, freaking Max Booster walks up and takes the table next to us, like off to the right side, right? And with us, we were like at the table. There's like six of us sitting at one table, and there was a guy who's a watchmaker, right? And he wants to go and talk to Max Booster, like show him the watch, kind of, it's cool, right? New watchmaker talking to the old school watchmaker. It's very cool situation.
Yeah.
And so they walk over there, and then I I don't know. Marcus was leaving, so I got up to kind of say goodbye to him. And then I just like took a picture of Max Booster with with the watchmaker,
With who?
with the friend.
Okay.
I don't wanna say his name. It's
Oh,
not
that's fine.
important.
That's fine.
But I just took a picture of them. Not for myself. It's not I don't even need
Yeah.
that picture, right? I thought I would give it to the other guy because
Yeah.
I know the other guy, and I thought, hey, it'll be a cool picture for him to remember how he was chatting with Max Booster at
Yeah.
this event, right? So I just took a picture to give it to the guy later so that he have some cool memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Max Booster, he saw that. He caught me take a picture.
Yeah.
And he just lost it. He's like, excuse me. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
did you take a picture? I'm like, yeah. He's like, delete it. I'm like, okay.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he goes, now. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh
Sure.
my.
I don't even need the picture. I didn't even need the picture,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that side of him. That's weird. I don't know what to say.
Funny shit.
Yeah.
No,
I
I mean,
don't know what
listen,
that's about. I don't want to email him.
I mean, look, he's a celebrity. What does he expect? That people are
Yeah.
not gonna want to take a picture of him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Paparazzis take pictures of celebrities all the time. So,
Yeah.
Timmy, to be honest, I'm pretty sure he's not a celebrity.
well, he's a wristwatch celebrity.
He somewhat.
Yeah, but if he walks past me, I won't even shake his hand, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe you wouldn't, but there's a lot of people to whom he is like a celebrity, and people want to take a picture of him because they think he's like a genius to some people, right? How does he come up with those? How does he come up with those designs for those wristwatches, right? How the
Timmy,
fuck did he come up with that
Well,
latest one
it's
with the
his.
house?
It's his vision. It's his
yes.
vision. Engineer. It's his
Yeah.
vision, and then he's got the best watchmakers. That's why you call it Max MB&F, Max Booster and Friends. It's the friends that bring it to reality. Whether
So
it's Kerry Goodalainen and a group of other people that are super talented.
so
He has. So go ahead, Austin.
yeah,
Please.
sorry, Daniel. But Timmy, the issue is that he's not a watchmaker. He's basically a design engineer or an industrial engineer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know his history. He did his mechanical engineering back in the 90s, and he
Yeah.
started working for GLC. So to me, he's not that impressive, guys.
I mean, he came up with this one, right? That's the
He,
house that Max built. Like that's a weird
now,
that's a weird thing.
would I make
He-
it worse by approaching in a text to Max that there was a misunderstanding? The guy was just taking a picture of a friend who happened to be with you way back.
It doesn't matter, Daniel.
Okay. Okay.
It really
All right.
it really doesn't. I just thought it was a funny story.
Yeah.
It's like,
He may not even remember you now.
I'm sure he
oh,
won't remember you.
trust me. He remember because he was avoiding me for the rest of the Dubai Watch show. He definitely remembered me. So,
Oh, yeah.
No
but
worries,
hey,
man.
listen, not everybody has to like me. It is what it is,
Yep.
right? Makes
Well,
me
And
that's
good
a
riddance,
bit.
Timmy.
That's a
it's
bit.
no big deal. It's not like I could afford his watches. I understand if I could afford his watches, I'd be really pissed because he probably wouldn't sell me shit. But because I can't afford his watches, it doesn't matter to me because it's not
Well,
going to affect me.
that's he's been really nice the couple times that he's texted back to me, but
No, he's cool, and I could see it how from his side it was
Yeah.
like a dick thing to do. But from my side, I'm looking at him like a fucking celebrity watchmaker,
Yeah.
and it's like a paparazzi thing, taking a picture. It's not illegal
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
and break a law.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in public.
he's not a watchmaker, Timmy. Just a correction.
What?
He's
He's a
not a watchmaker.
celebrity watchmaker
That's a stretch. Watchmaker.
and a genius.
Man.
Celebrity
He's
watchmaker
been,
genius.
anyways, he's been successful, I guess, with the
And a
team.
great businessman. Yeah, the way he's opening up all these kind of MBNF time machines.
Yeah,
What?
during COVID, he kept the staff, somehow worked away so the staff were still paid and
Yeah,
kept
that.
them
Yeah,
on. That's another good thing about him.
yeah, that's a good thing, Daniel. That's a good thing. If he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
paying his stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You let me know if you want me. I'll text him and see if he'll bite. I don't want to make it worse that he's going to sue you for something. That's the
I
only
don't
thing.
want
No,
to be sued.
he won't sue you. He won't sue Timmy, Daniel. It's like,
Why would he sue me?
No,
No.
I'm just saying I don't want to get into any trouble, but I could text him something. Hey, this guy, just to let you know, he was just taking the picture for the friend of his to give to him that was talking to you. It
I don't
wasn't
think he
us.
cares. I don't think it
Maybe
changes
he
anything
won't.
for him.
He might text back, say, forget it. It's all good. Who knows?
yeah,
Daniel, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you if you want to go out of your way
Uh,
to talk to him about it.
okay.
I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
Okay.
I think maybe by now he probably forgot it and he doesn't care.
So just leave it. When you bump into him again, if you do, say, hey, look, no offense, I was just taking a picture for a friend to give to him that was talking to you way back when. If you want to bring it up, if you bump into him in Switzerland, there you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
And if he
Timmy,
says buzz off, then you know he's not worth it. If he says
yep.
buzz off again.
Oh damn. James Hess, member for 11 months. Sorry, James, I missed it. Sorry. I was looking somewhere else. The UK Watch Community stream tomorrow at 20 GMT. No drama, no stress, just watches. We have a small panel, but we'll attempt to entertain you all. Guys, you gotta subscribe to the UK Watch Community. UK Watch Community.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a phone. Um, um, I got to phone the escort company and tell them to cancel.
Cancel.
Yeah,
Daniel is canceling his escort company membership
yeah. It's
just
like
for the watch
watch.
community. What are you guys doing for the watch community? The link is in the chat. Go subscribe to the UK Watch Community.
Community.
The
Daniel, one
community.
question.
Hmm?
Blonde or brunette, Daniel?
Oh, I forgot which one it was going to be, to tell you the truth.
Oh, man.
I think it was a brunette. Okay.
Oh, so you like brunettes, Daniel?
Yeah, and with
Daniel's into brunettes.
the mini skirt, the mini.
Oh, now you
Deck,
have a, you
deck
have a specific,
shoes, deck shoes. They had to have deck.
you have a specific taste, Daniel.
Yes, absolutely.
Very
Hey,
interesting.
Timmy, didn't he made a dildo watch? The bulldog?
Well, I wouldn't say it's not much of a dildo.
Okay, guys, I'm warming up dinner. I'm still here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, man.
But he
See.
did make this one. This is what he unveiled at the Dubai Watch Week, by the way. They took out all the people who kind of listened to him. They took them all out into the desert for like camel rides. I think they spent a night out there. Adrian was there, the Barking Jack.
Oh, did he try to sell his coffee beans?
I don't think so. I don't think he does that anymore. It was a one batch kind of situation. You can never get that coffee ever again. Did you try it, by the way? Was it any
No.
good?
Hell no. Why would I buy coffee from some British dude, Timmy?
It is weird, right?
Yeah.
It's
That guy is sourcing his coffee from Africa and he's repackaging it and selling it from Scotland. What the fuck?
I mean, it's a way of raising some money. I don't know. Maybe his friend bought a whole bunch of beans and you have to sell it somehow. So you brand it under like this a watch brand. He was doing the stuff, drinking coffee, talking watches. Remember? So it made perfect sense. It's like a fundraising tool, right?
Yeah. Mm.
The markup was probably ridiculous, but hey, that's what paid for him to be able to do those shows. Yeah. It's not too bad. Look,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think
I'm
people
just
lost their shirts on the coffee, unlike the timepiece gentleman.
no, I'm not saying that what he did was suspicious. I'm just saying that why the hell coffee? Just sell your own straps.
Talking watch. Well, but those straps are too. He's not like hand woving them himself, right? He's just buying it from some reseller.
Yeah, it's a drop shipping, but what can
Yeah,
you
it's
do?
all exactly. It's all kind of whatever.
Look at Bulbasaur, Teddy Bulbasaur,
Teddy
from
Baldassar,
yeah,
YouTube.
from drop shipping to a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, well, Teddy Baldassar is on the next level. This is. I don't know if I. I mean, it is what it is. Like, what is this?
Timmy, I
He's doing
think
talking watches now.
yeah, he's basically copying talking watches.
That's fucking crazy. But unfortunately, these are like young Huns. Did they have to include this in the collection video?
No, he's a poor punter, Timmy. So I think it must be included.
Okay. Hey, here we go. This is nice. Explorer 2, 40. I love
Yep,
it. That's a great watch.
that's a good
Ev-
watch.
yeah. 40 might be even better than the 42.
Mm.
The 42 that I have is solid. It's just I think mine the 42 is if you wear it for a long time, like after a whole day of wearing the 42, it does start to feel heavy. So the 40 might be even better, especially now that there's the steel reef micro extension.
Mm.
Yeah.
Timmy, I will be honest, Timmy. I don't. Rolex doesn't fancy me anymore.
You're done with Rolex?
Nah, I haven't got a single Rolex. I haven't bought any Rolex. But where I live in Atlanta, Timmy, everyone has a damn Rolex.
Yeah, what about something like this? A two-line Submariner. Clean, classy, James Bond. You can go straight up 007 with this watch.
Mm.
No, it doesn't do anything to you?
Yeah, nah, man.
No.
I like horology. That's why I like Sean's collection because
How
Sean
about
doesn't have
this?
any.
How
Yeah,
about a Doxa? Would
and
you
man,
go for a Doxa?
I remember Timmy when you used to take a shit on Doxa and their bracelets. I remember that.
Yeah, the bracelets, but the rubber sucks. This is the worst rubber strap on a watch is on a Doxa. And I'm not kidding. That's 100% truth. You can take that to the bank.
Because
But
to me, yeah,
yeah.
I was thinking about buying that sub 200 from Doxa, but
Hmm.
I think 1 year back you were talking a lot of shit on Doxa, and I cancelled my plan.
It's not a particularly great watch. You'll be able to get them at a mega discount. They're just stamping these out. Honestly, they don't give a fuck. It's a great watch, completely overpriced. Just give it a little bit of time. They're going to collapse under their own price. They're going to be selling like 50 to 75% off. But it's a great watch. Seriously. Like there's something about wearing it. It has a particular feel to it. It feels like unlike any other watch on the wrist.
Mm.
Yeah, it's got some kind of a presence that's unique to it. It's a great, great watch.
Yeah,
Honestly.
the design is unique. That's for
Hmm.
sure.
The bezel is weird. The rice bead bracelet. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's got cool history. It's hardcore people like this watch. This is watch for super enthusiasts, right?
Yep.
Not just regular. This is kind of Zen people get this watch.
Yeah, Zen.
Yeah. Doxa. The only thing I'm not 100% sure about is the Doxa name. It's too close to doxing.
That's a good one, Timmy. That's a good joke.
Right? It's just a scary thing. I don't want to encourage people to buy Doxa because people might think, wait, hold on a second. Did Tim encourage doxing? No. Don't do what Spencer did to Red Shovel. Do not dox people on the air. Speaking of doxes, hey, Canadian Watch Monkey, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Timmy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Hey,
you
boy,
got on the stream just at the right time. We're talking about crappy watches. Doxa, what are your thoughts, Canadian?
Doxa. I've had a couple Doxas. I had the 200, which is a smaller one.
Uh-huh.
Great looking watch for around $1,000. It's fantastic. I had also the 300T. They're big watches. They wear big, but they got some real history to them, and I respect that. So, thumbs up for Doxa for sure.
What about doxing? What do you think about doxing? The way that Spencer doxed Red Shovel. Did you happen to catch the live
No,
stream?
I missed them. Shovel's always getting shit with somebody.
I mean, I don't understand what the problem was. Red Shovel was just asking some. He was just saying, "What do you want? What did I do wrong?" And they said they literally, and I'm quoting, "If you don't know what it is that you did wrong, then you don't need to know." The fuck? Who says that?
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And then they doxed him for no reason. It's like the guy is already down and they kicked him in the belly. It's I don't know.
You know
But
what?
it is what it is.
There's enough people in the world that love Shovel that he's got
Yeah.
nothing to worry about. Gotta love the guy.
Shovel is
Hey.
he's a great little guy.
Wrist shot check here.
Hey, let's do some wrist check. Let's
You know
see.
what?
Here we go. Let's go around. What? Whoa. A Nomos? Are you kidding me? Are you a Brit Pierce fangirl?
I love Britt Pierce. She's Canadian.
She is.
Is
She
she?
is. She is.
I thought she was
Yes.
British, Canadian.
Well, she lives in Canada. Well, now she lives in now the UK, but she's Canadian. She's from Toronto, I believe.
Ah.
Yeah. And every
Yeah,
time
That's why she has a strange accent. That's why everybody always kind of questions her accent.
Yeah, I
And she
know.
keeps telling everybody, that's because I'm Canadian living in Britain. But people, I don't know, they're slow. They can't comprehend it.
Yeah, she always gets kind of excited anytime I, message her and that, because it's like I'm a fellow Canadian.
Mhm.
But anyway, I'm wearing green, man.
How
St.
is it?
Patrick's
Oh,
Day.
it's the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh,
Are you Irish, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
yes.
I'm a fucking Turk.
Oh, you're Turkish. Not even a little bit Irish.
Oh, that's why when you remember that girl that you had over, she was from Turkey.
Oh, really?
No, you were kind of had a guest, or you were taking somebody around. I think she was a singer or something from Turkey.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Yes.
That was not quite a year ago, but I remember that, and I recognize the name as being Turkish as well. So,
I'm gonna try
actually,
to get on the show. Actually, that's a good idea.
yeah, truth be known, I'm Turkish, Italian, and Yugoslavian.
Okay.
Croatian.
Because I was like, you look like the whitest Turkish I have ever met, Canadian.
Yeah, I look more Slavic than anything else. I've got the big nose. See?
Okay.
Or the Italians got the big nose or something like that. But
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Are you a big fan of the Turkish president?
Oh,
Erdogan?
man, don't
No,
go there.
he's an
Don't go
asshole.
there, man.
No, the guy, he's
What?
setting back Turkey big time, that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not good for Turkey, But anyway, I haven't been back to Turkey now in probably about 10 years. I'm due to go back, but lovely place.
If things
People
were
are nice.
different, you would have went. Is there some you don't like the way it's happy, it's going? Like I want to go back to Ukraine,
Yeah.
and I'm not like I gotta be honest. I'm a little bit scared of going back to Ukraine because I don't know, they might prescribe me or something.
Nope. Aren't you
I don't-
legally blind, Timmy?
Huh?
Aren't you legally blind?
I'm legally yes. Hey, Sean, welcome to the show, Sean.
Hey, how are you doing, Timmy,
Hey,
Daniel,
Hey.
TAP, and the Canadian Watch Monkey? The reason I jumped on is because Canadian Jump Monkey, I just want to say sağ olasın.
Oh,
What's that, sorry?
Sağ olasın. You're Turkish,
Sağ
right?
olasın.
Or you speak? Yeah.
Türkçe konuşuyor musun?
I'm Iranian, born in Iran, but both sides of my grandparents came from Russia, from Baku area, and
Okay.
so grew up. I could speak Turkish, but I still, can understand a little bit, but I haven't spoken the language in a long time. But that was the main language in our household. My grandparents used to speak Russian,
Yeah.
or Turkish, and but when they spoke with the kids, they used to speak in Turkish. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different than the one in Turkey, a little bit, but you can still, it's a different dialect, but still, you can understand most of
The
the
one thing I
words.
do know is that Persian people love Turkish movies, the soap operas.
Yes,
They're
yes.
they're crazy about the Turkish movies.
My wife,
There you go.
she loves. First of all,
That's automatic. It's automatic.
yeah, it's a lot of love story and tragic love story, and the actors and the actresses are absolutely gorgeous,
Yeah.
and the quality of the production is great, and yeah, that's what she watches, and a lot.
Have you had the opportunity to go to Turkey?
I have not. That's one of the places that definitely we want to go and visit. Her uncle actually, he passed away, was a famous Iranian actor, and a few years ago, before COVID, they were filming the TV serial there for, and they were there for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the beach town? It's by the by the water. It's really,
There's lots: Bodrum, Fethiye, Marmaris, Altın Yunus, Kuşadası, Erdek,
Antalya.
Antalya. Yeah,
Antalya,
Antalya.
that's where they were, and they invited us, but we couldn't make time to go. But definitely, we want to go, and obviously, Istanbul is just absolutely
Yeah, that's where
historic, and
all my relatives are in Istanbul. And I had back
Yeah.
in the day a lot of my friends that were going to Bilkent University, which is a very famous technical university in Ankara.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just if anyone that wants to see an absolutely wonderful country, you got to see Turkey, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's such an amazing place. It's a true Eurasian country. Like,
It
the
is.
Bosphorus Bridge joins Europe and Asia.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, but it's true Eurasian. The Bosphorus Bridge joins Europe to Asia.
And I have to say, Timmy, especially for you, Daniel, and TAP, and everybody in the chat, some of the most beautiful women in the world are from Turkey.
Oh shit! And they can dance, and they can dance.
And they can sing and they can dance, and they're just
Yeah.
absolutely
I've been there,
stunning
Timmy.
women.
Oh, darn, another place I had got to visit. Oh, boy.
You have to,
Yeah,
Daniel.
we have to go now for sure.
Let's go to the boys trip, guys.
Cappadocia.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. Cheers to you
Okay,
guys.
Take care.
Hey,
Cheers.
take care.
Lost my dick.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey,
See, you learned something about the Canadian watch monkey today, didn't you, Timmy?
Yeah, I didn't see this coming.
Just,
I know
just more
that.
than good looks, buddy. Just more than good looks. I'm telling you.
That's debatable, Canadian.
Yeah, I the only thing that I really wanted to go to Turkey for is to see the whole balloon kind of.
Oh, the underground cities. Yeah, Cappadocia.
Yeah,
They filmed Star Wars there, eh? When
I think so. Yes.
The first time I saw Cappadocia, like when I got out of the vehicle and saw Cappadocia for the first time,
Mind
it was
blown.
it's like you're on another fucking planet. You think you're on like Mars or something.
Yeah.
Like you got to get to show some close-up pictures of the actual underground tunnels and that. Like, you'll see it's all caved into the side of the mountain.
Watch monkey.
Yeah.
Do you make Turkish coffee at home?
Not often, but sometimes. I love the Turkish coffee, for sure.
Because I think they use the sand to heat up the coffee, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's yeah. I don't do that. That's just for when you're doing it outside or whatever.
That's the fancy way of doing it in the desert.
They call it the tespih, and they put that to heat up the coffee.
Where does it keep coming from? It looks like magic, just as if it's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool to see.
I think that's when the Christians were hiding from the Muslims or something, and they made all these very intricate underground tunnel systems. Like, if you go in there, you can get lost. And
how many years did it take him to build this? Oh, this is in Turkey. This is where Canadian watch monkey is from. He used to live
I
His,
used to live in
fam-
the cave.
his family is from this village right here. Yeah, no, they had top of the line earthquake detection technology. It's all solid rock. You
You know,
can't go
hey,
anywhere.
Timmy, honestly, this is the honest truth. I've recommended any of my friends, to make sure they go to Turkey if they're doing the Europe thing.
Yeah, we'll go
And
together with Canadian Watch Monkey.
yeah, if you ever guys want to get a group together, I'm down for that. I've
Yeah,
got a
we'll
lot.
go together. If we
Yeah.
get captured and held hostage, at least we'll be held hostage together.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because my mom came from quite the very high society. Like she was married to a doctor at that time. And my uncle, he was a Turkish ambassador.
Are you a black sheep of your family?
No, no, not
No?
really. No, we all kind of turned up fucked up. So what do you call a bunch of fucked up
All
black
of them
sheep?
are black.
It's no longer a black sheep. It's just a herd of black sheep now. But yeah, no. But anytime I've had friends go through Europe and they stopped in Turkey, the one regret they make is that they didn't spend more time in Turkey, because it's so culturally different and it's very diversified. Because of course you got some of the very strict traditional Turks, and then you've got the more modern Turks that are very European. And like, for example, if you're in Istanbul, you're going to get mostly the modern Turks.
Mhm.
And if you go more to like Ankara and that, you'll get more of the traditional. And if you go to the villages, well, then you're going to get hardcore, hardcore Turks, right?
These are the hardcore Turks right here.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Those are the.
This is the
Yeah.
most hardcore.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see.
didn't see any of that stuff when I was
Because I
there.
remember back in the 50s, to me,
Uh-huh.
Persian and Turkish wrestlers were pretty famous.
Oh yeah, it's in our blood. I actually used to wrestle when I was in high school, and I was actually the Canadian champ for my weight class.
But what's the whole thing of going into somebody else's pants? I don't get it. What does that have to do with wrestling?
That's a different kind of.
Is that a technique? Is it a different
grab.
technique?
Maybe they're trying to grab his nuts. I got no fucking idea.
That's called oil check. Timmy, that's
Yeah.
called oil check.
It's all check. I don't get it.
Well, if you think about it, they're pretty.
I mean,
slippery,
look, if
right?
I have to wrestle Paul Thorpe like this, I mean, we might have. I mean, if I have to do it, maybe it needs to be done. I don't know.
Just grab his balls, Timmy. Whenever you wrestle him, grab the balls and twist it. Twist it there.
I mean, it doesn't look very dangerous. So I don't think I could suffer any major injury. So maybe we'll do.
Go check out Turkey. It's definitely, put that on your to-do list for sure. But hey, the reason why I came on, I was going to show you my summer watch. I picked up a summer watch.
Let's see the summer watch, guys. And if you have a summer watch, let us know in the chat if you also have a summer watch. Did anybody else pick up a watch for the summer? Oh, Pawn, do you have a summer watch?
I bought an IWC recently, Timmy.
You know what I want? I want the swatch, the square swatch, pink, as my summer watch. I think I might go in the next couple of. I'm gonna be in the city next week. Maybe I'll pick it up. Let's see. Canadian Watch Monkey. What
Can
could
you guess? Can you guess?
What
Someone
could
will
it
guess.
be? Oh, it's a Baltic, or no, Bell and Ross.
Oh, take a look at the case. It's made of carbon.
Tissot. It's a Tissot then. I
Yes.
think. Yes.
Oh, Tissot, yeah.
Holy
You know what?
shit!
Like this is a very cool watch. Like,
That's the one that
obviously,
Britt Pierce was spruiking.
I don't know if she is doing this one or not, but this is a Citadel, and this is a reissue of one that they were making in the 70s that was made out of fiberglass, but this is made out of carbon now. And you know
No
what?
way.
For about $1,000, what a great little watch it is. You know, it's automatic. It's using the Powermatic 80 movement. The bezel action's great. The watch is quite light, and it comes with some really cool. The strap system is very different compared to most. But dude, the loom is unreal. Do you want me to turn off the lights and try loom this up for you?
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
want
Hang
you
on.
to
do
loom
that,
it
man.
up
Okay,
for us.
hang on. Let me kill some of the lights here.
Loom that fucker.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
look at
loom it
this. It's
for
got
you.
like a Apple Watch system for the strap. You see it?
Yeah, it's cool for $1,000. It's a cool watch.
Hey, we've got Duncan in the chat. Duncan, how you doing? He says, WTF, Timmy. What's going on, Duncan? Hop on the stream. Let's see some wristwatches. What you got there, Duncan? What you got on the wrist? Show us your wristwatch. I'm wearing the Community Speedmeister, the 3861 that I got it here on the wrapper. Shout out to Real Nival who helped me out. It's a
I
really
think
good.
it's gonna be dark enough.
Yeah, man. Just show
I've
us the
got my
watch.
magic loom maker.
Here we go.
Man, you're making me blind, man.
Prison wrestling. It wasn't prison wrestling. It was Turkish oil wrestling.
You know what? You're gonna
Something
be
I might
blown
have
away.
to
Get
do.
ready for this, Tim. This should get some major tick points here for your audience.
Holy
Holy.
crap! Are you trying to blow up the super chat button? You know that everyone is just gonna start super chatting now. This
Is
is a
that crazy
look.
or what?
This is too much. You're gonna make people go broke.
That's a fucking light show, bro.
That's yo. It's got super luminova. It's got the old luminova. It's got the tritium. It's got all kinds of different types of looms, like six kinds of looms on
Timmy
one
doesn't
watch.
have a tritium. Timmy, it doesn't
No,
have a
no
tritium.
tritium on this one. I've got tritium watches. I'll tell you one thing though. I with tritium, you don't get
Hit it again.
you don't get a real bright glow with tritium, but it doesn't. It looms all night long, which is pretty cool. Like I've got a few marathon watches that have the tritium tubes,
Yep.
and it's impressive.
So do you know
Hit it
why it's
again. Hit
Here.
it with the light again.
All right.
Yep.
I want to see it. I want to see it again. Scotty H, $5 super chat. Let's fucking go. I have a blue sidereal on my wrist right now. A blue sidereal. Is that what's called sidereal?
Citadel, yeah. This is a blue one as well. I just changed the strap out to black.
Oh shit. Nice. Hey, I'm gonna pull it up right here. Oh yeah, he's got the same watch. No way. Okay, how much you pay for it, Canadian Watch Monkey? Tell us the truth.
I got it on a trade. I would say trade value about 750 Canadian.
750. What is that like?
I think that's about 600 US.
600. 600 bucks.
600 bucks US. That's cheaper than Nico Leonard's two
Yeah,
middle
that's-
fingers watch to yourself.
That's the exact watch right there.
Wow.
I like
That's
it better
cool.
on the black. I was actually thinking about getting the yellow strap for it, just to
So,
kind of mix it up.
guys, the only issue with that watch is that it's a Powermatic 80 movement.
What's
That's
the
the
issue?
only-
That's amazing. It's a banger of a movement. 5
No, it's a-
days power reserve. Oh, no, sorry, not 5.
It's a plastic
3.
movement, Timmy. It's a plastic
No,
movement.
no,
It's
you're
not
wrong.
plastic. Shut
Okay,
up.
Now I'm
No
going to
way.
school you. I thought the same thing, so I
It
did
might
my
have a
research on this
plastic.
Powermatic 80. Some of the Powermatic 80s, and they'll have a denotation of something like technically advanced something or other. Those are the ones you want to stay away from. They're using a plastic pallet fork and escapement wheel. This does not have it. That's used on the like the Tissot Gentleman and the PSR, but this is not using the
pallet
plastic.
fork. You're
Yeah.
kidding me?
No, I'm
No,
not
he's
kidding you.
right. Timmy, he's right.
Yeah, but not all Powermatic 80s, not all of them. I thought the same thing. So it's not all the Powermatic
Because
80s. It's the lower end ones.
yeah,
How can it
Canadian,
even work? If
can-
it's plastic, how can it even work?
So
Oh,
the
shit.
idea is that, Timmy, that it's self-lubricating. If you have metal parts, you have to lubricate that metal part. But if it's plastic, there is no need for lubrication. That's the idea.
Yes, but I don't buy it. It's just, you know what? It's the same thing too with these silicone hairsprings. Some people, some true watch guys, no fucking way will they want anything to do with it. Yes, there are advantages to it. You know, it's not as sensitive to heat. It doesn't get magnetized.
Exactly. What if the
Obviously.
plastic one melts? Like you leave it in the fucking sun, and then your pallet fork melts You
that's
understand? Like plastic is affected by the changes in temperature. You got plastic pallet fork. You leave your watch on the windowsill. It's gonna get heated up through to 350,000 degrees. It's gonna melt. The fork is gonna melt on the inside.
Timmy, that's a
Lubricant
stretch.
or no lubricant, no amount of lubricant is gonna help.
Are you a lubricant guy, Tim?
Dude, you could just be on the beach, right? You could just be on the beach wearing your watch and it will be heated up. Like think about it. If you go to the beach, you take off your watch, you throw it on the towel
I would put
in
it
the
in a
sun.
towel, but not
It's
on
gonna
a
melt.
towel.
And also in the winter too. You leave the watch unwound in the winter. If it gets too cold, the plastic is going to like crack.
Yep, that's
It's
true,
the
Timmy. It might
stupidest
snap.
idea I've ever heard on this planet.
So, Timmy, you're right on the snapping part. It might snap, but I don't know about that heating
Yeah, I don't think
stuff
the
you were
heat's going
talking
to
about.
affect it very much. I don't think it would. You know, obviously they've tested the technology, but I don't buy it. You know.
I
So,
don't believe in plastic technology.
so
It's
Canadian.
Hmm.
There
Yeah.
was
but
a
this
thread
one,
in, yeah. Can I tell you a story, guys?
yes.
So there is a thread for powermatic movement that if you hand wound that movement, you might break that pellet. So it's advisable not to hand wound that movement.
Yeah. That's the. If you look at the rotor on this one, it doesn't have that high tech writing or on the rotor. The ones that have the plastic, it will say like high tech escapement or something or whatever.
Ah,
That's the one that's got the plastic. That's the one you want to kind of avoid,
avoid.
you know. But I'll tell you one thing: this 80-hour power reserve, it's nice to have. It's not really like a make it or break it deal for me, but to have the 80 hours of power reserve is pretty cool because I remember I wore it to work. I put it down and I put it back on my wrist on Monday after the weekend, and I thought I'd have to reset it. It was still going. So
Yeah, you can actually take it off for 2 days, right? Because if you wear
three
the watch
days,
for work, yeah, you
three
can take it
days.
off. Like you can take it off on Friday after work, and you can pick it up on Monday in the morning.
Yeah.
Because with the 48 hours, you wouldn't be able to do that because
Oh
the
hell
watch
no.
would die on a Sunday at night. But with the 80 hours, you can take it off on Friday when you've done. You come home, you take off, you throw your keys, right? You take out your phone, you put it on charge, take out your wallet, you throw it, right? And with the watch, you leave the watch on the table, and then you don't
Yeah.
touch it until Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. I change my watches so often though. Like it's not uncommon for me in a given day. Like
Yeah.
especially on the weekends, I'll change it out like 3 times. Just I like to go through my collection. And as you know, my collection is rather large. So I've got a big collection.
How many
Oh, yeah.
watches you have?
Well, I know easily I've got over 50.
Why that
50
many?
watches is it's
Yeah.
crazy. Canadian
Yeah.
watch market.
Like anything from like Panerai, Zenith, Black Bays, all the way down to Seiko.
Dr.
Uh,
Bob's Nightmare $2 super chat. How do you like the straps?
You know what?
That's what
Okay,
turns
I
me
will
on.
show you. I'll put the strap on. That's one thing that's talked about. You might want to make me bigger here,
It
Tim.
looks kind of cheap and nasty, but okay, tell us.
No, okay. The first thing I can say, it's very comfortable.
Cool.
Second thing I can say is the first time you put it on, holy shit, it's hard because you got to
Really?
get that little thing into the hole and
Oh.
virgin. The first time it's pretty tight, but after a while it kind of loosens up and it's a little bit easier. So let me take
Sorry, who are you talking about?
the.
Oh,
man, focus, Timmy, focus.
By the way, that's a Bond clip strap for those of you that are curious.
oh yeah.
I love those. But anyway, so this is real-time demonstration. So if I have troubles, you're going to see it live. All right.
There we
Should go
go.
on easy though. Okay. So you let me move away a little bit. So you put it
Uh-huh.
on like that. You go through the hole, and then you get
Oh.
that lined up. You push that in, and then you pop that in here. and that's it.
Oh,
So
it
you
looks
can
kind
see
of
it was pretty
Interesting.
easy.
Huh.
But hey, the first time, it's the struggles are real, man. I'm telling you, it's just like you're pressing, and it's like and it's like it
And
hurts.
it's also there's like 3 holes, so you could actually put it in one of the side holes by accident. No.
And my wife doesn't like that when that happens, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sorry, honey.
It's the wrong
Err.
hole. You got it. Hey,
You have to be careful.
what's up? Yes, we have to be careful
You have to
about.
be careful to talk about the 3 hole. And
Yeah, we're careful. We're careful.
What's she saying?
She said
That's what she
we have
said to me.
we
That's
have to
what
be
she
careful
said.
when we're talking about putting into holes.
We were just talking about strap holes, for God's sake.
Yeah. How many wrists do people have? 2. 2 wrists. Some people have 4 wrists.
But anyway, Tim,
Yeah.
as far I could highly recommend this watch for somebody that's got a collection of watches that wants something that's very different, that has a pop. Because honestly, like actually there was, I forget which channel it was talking about the problem with watch reviewers. They're always talking about the specs and this and that, and they're always talking to the public like that's the only watch you're gonna have, right? And there sometimes it's really great to have something just unique and different in your collection, and that's where I'm at the point now where I've got enough black divers. You know, it's just I don't need another black diver. I don't need another diver. So
This
now,
is a great carbon watch.
yeah, name another carbon watch that's at that price.
Yeah, and there's a lot of APs that are made of carbon,
Yeah,
but
other
people are
story.
skeptical. They don't know. Wait, they don't want to spend 30,000 on the carbon watch. What if they're not gonna like it? This is a great watch to try and get a carbon piece and see what this whole carbon thing is all about. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe you think maybe that's what's missing in your life. A
Like
little bit of
what do
carbon.
you think, Tim? As far as looks go and sizing goes, what do you think?
It looks like a perfect watch. It looks like it's a one and done.
No, I wouldn't say it's a one and done for sure. No way.
It looks
But
really good though. Very modern.
yeah,
Very.
it's a modern fun watch, especially when you put it on like a different color strap. With the
I gotta
black,
tell you, if I saw you wearing that watch on the street, I wouldn't think that you have 50 other watches.
no, maybe no, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised by this. It's a great looking watch in my opinion. I like the sizing as well. I think it's 39 or 40 mil, but the lug to lug is pretty decent. Like I've got a 7-inch wrist. My wrist is pretty normal. I think
Yes.
it looks really good, and it wears nice.
Hey,
So,
let's take a look at how much did you pay for it? So you said $600.
yeah, US. Yeah, it's around $600 US.
600 US. Okay, let's see what are the alternatives. Okay, I'm gonna throw in some numbers here.
I think retail though on it, if you were to just go to like a Tissot dealer, I think they're about 1,000 US.
Yeah, but you got it for 600.
It was because of a trade deal.
You got a
Right?
Canadian
That's what
watch
I'm into it
special.
for.
And by the way, if people want some help finding one of these cheaper priced watches, you're willing to help people out, right?
Always.
You're always helping someone with
Yeah.
some kind of a
Well,
watch,
you'd be
yeah?
surprised. Like, well, here in Canada, I'm
Yeah.
quite well known, especially in the Vancouver area where I'm from. Like, I get people calling me all the time. That's a fantastic watch, by the way, right there.
Look at that. It's $561. You know what? I would get one of these. And Trading Profits, thank you so much for £2. He says love the shitter talk, Timmy. Thank you. Even shitters need a little bit of love once in a while.
Yeah.
This is a great shitter right here.
I had that
Look
in
at
a
the shape
blue
of the
dial,
shitter.
but you know what? I've got the same, basically the same watch in the CWC.
Oh, so okay. So you got there are many companies that make this sort of type of watch. Right? 'Cause
Really, I think it
it's a
was only
reimagining from the past, right?
Yeah, it's a true military watch.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I went with I sold the Hamilton and went with the CWC was that the CWC is ever so slightly larger than that. That watch is quite small.
Bark and Jack was just talking about CWC.
Yeah.
Did
I've
you
got a
see
few
that?
CW. Yeah.
He said the real James Bond watch. You want to watch this video? Have you watched it?
No, I don't think so. No.
No? Okay, let's watch it together. This is about the real James Bond watch, CWC. I don't know much about this brand. Do you have a CWC over there that you could show us?
Got a few.
Go get them out. Get them out. Get them out. We'll watch the video together. We'll talk about this CWC brand. Is this bullshit or is it a real deal? Is it an actual James Bond or is it for fakers? We're gonna find out here on the Tim Wright.
Oh, it's the real
wristwatch.
deal. They were commissioned
Okay,
by the
cool.
British military. The British military still uses them. It's the
I
real
think
deal.
T and Tickers was a huge fan of CWC. So they're still making watches to this day.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. You got two. And that the one on the left looks like a quartz.
This
I
one
know.
is a quartz.
Uh-huh.
And this is, if you go on eBay and check what these fuckers are going for, they call this the Fat Boy. This is a 1982 edition.
Uh-huh.
And they're about $1,000.
Holy shit. For that fat boy, it's $1,000.
Yeah, it's got, you see the battery port there? And
Yeah.
this is actual military release. And it was, I'm trying to see if I can show you the date.
Military grade. Does it say the name of the recruit that was wearing it?
Yeah, it's got all the numbers on the back and that. Hang on, I'll just show you. Let me pull out the strap here for you.
Did it come with the dog tags?
No, no dog tags.
Gotcha.
I'm not a big military guy, but I like military watches for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, and I'm known as an anti-veteran. So there you go.
There you go.
We're both involved somehow with the military.
You know what though? I discovered a great watch that's, in my eyes, almost as good with just as much brand history as the IWC Mark series. Okay.
Yes. Whoa! Look at that. It's like a coin thing. You can put a quarter and
Yeah,
twist.
so you don't have to open the seal. I don't know if you can see the print on there, but you'll see the number
Very faint.
82. You see right at the end there? This is from 1982.
1982.
Yeah.
That's before I was born. Years before I was born. And it's still ticking. That watch is still working.
Oh yeah, the battery was
that's a
replaced.
proper piece.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, this is a great watch.
You know what?
And-
That's worth paying $1,000 for. A watch that can work for 50 years.
Yeah.
Easy. $1,000. Done.
But if you can get ones that look similar to this that are not dubbed the Fat Boy, hey, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
good
hey,
old
speaking
trusty
of the
Seiko.
not fat boy. Daniel, look at this. Daniel got a Seiko with
Hey, Mr.
enamel.
Katz.
Yeah, and they enamel, just the basic, one of the basic 6415 movement.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love the dial. Yeah.
Wow. It's
But-
incredible.
You
Yeah.
see this one here. This is the one that looks like the Hamilton. This has got a CWC protective case on it. That pops off. Would you like me to pop that off?
Pop it off. There's a
Pop
there's
it
a
off.
protective
Yeah, pop it up
coating. Show us.
before my head pops off.
CWC. Oh, look at this. It's like a bezel protector on my Submariner has. Whoa! It's exactly the same shape. It looks like it was stamped in the same factory as the Hamilton we were just looking at.
Very similar.
Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this. That's the Hamilton and that's the CWC. It's a twin. These are twins.
Well, they actually there's a connection there, a real connection. I think CWC was making the cases for Hamilton, or Hamilton and CWC were using the same case makers. But this watch is ever so slightly bigger than the Hamilton. And if you notice this one, they're using the Salida movement, and this one's got a date. You can get this without date as well.
Oh yeah, I prefer to know that.
Yeah,
That's why the Hamilton one
the
doesn't
case-
have date.
the case has a nice curve to it.
It does.
Yeah, that's kind of nice stuff, right?
Yeah, you see it? The cases look identical, no?
Yeah.
That's-
I think the difference too is This is using Hardlex,
Oh, yeah.
and I think the Hamilton. I know it's not sapphire, but I think it's something similar to what Seiko uses, kind of like that proprietary something between sapphire and the
Mineral glass or something.
yeah, mineral glass.
Oh, a mineral
Yeah,
crystal. I
they,
know
they,
those. The Gorilla
they
Glass.
yeah, they take
Yeah.
the water, Tim, the mineral water that you never used, and they convert it into mineral glass.
It's awful.
Yeah,
But
that's an awful
I
what I just
mean,
you know
said.
what though? I'm a big fan of acrylic.
you
Like
are?
people don't understand. There's some real advantages to acrylic. It's the
Yeah.
clarity, and also if you scratch that, Polywatch gets those scratches out like
Yeah.
perfectly, very quickly and easily.
By
Um,
the way, Canadian Watchmaking. I don't know if you watch both of the channels. If you watch this channel and
oh
the
yeah, I
community
do.
channel. Did you watch the community channel earlier today?
Today, no.
You know, just I mean, I don't want to take away from the CWC unboxing,
Mhm.
but if you missed the unboxing earlier today, George unboxed one of these green APs, the
Yep.
15202 in platinum. It was truly a sight to behold. I highly recommend, guys. It's you get to see the two sides of the spectrum. Go check out the community channel. It was
Oh, you'd like this.
yeah,
Here in North Vancouver, we've got a jewelers. They've got some event going on this weekend, and they had some of the Jacob and Co watches there. Like these are worth like $500,000, $1 million with the all weird, huge, unwearable sizes with the tourbillons and stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, it was kind of cool to see, but definitely, I would never be able to afford one of those. But talking about insane watches, like they had one there that was worth just about $1 million. They had that one there. You see the multicolored one? They had that there. I think
This
it
one,
was, yeah,
the
I think it's worth
Galaxy,
about 500.
the solar system. This is like a solar
Yes,
system.
they had that exact watch, and I think he was saying it's about 500,000.
Damn.
Yeah, but they had one even more expensive than that.
I was talking to someone earlier today. They are a Jacob and Co fan, and they were telling me like that they don't talk about that they like Jacob and Co because the chat really doesn't like Jacob and Co. They don't want to be like torched, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like Jacob and Co. Ew.
That's
Um,
silly. You know what? That's not. I think any kind of snobbery is silly. Like you like what you like,
yeah. I
and
mean, look, I
everybody
wouldn't
has their
judge.
comfort zone on what they think is reasonable amount to spend. Like for some people, spending a couple $100 on a watch is a big deal. It's just like they think you're crazy. Why would you spend $200 on a watch? And then there are guys out there that can drop $200,000 on a watch, and it's no problem.
Well,
So
look, I'm not gonna lie; those Bugatti ones are fucking ugly, Jacob and Co. But they have some kind of cool, like the ones in like that's the freaking Godfather one. That's cool. I wouldn't
Yep.
buy one, but I think the fact that it plays music, this one, the roulette wheel, that's freaking crazy looking. Then this tourbillon, okay, this Bugatti one is horrible, but they do have kind of cool pieces in there. Not every single Jacob and Co. as a brand is not a terrible brand. They have some interesting pieces,
They're super
mostly carbon.
innovative.
But
They innovate like crazy, and you got to respect that. At the
yeah,
end of the
exactly.
day,
I
you got to
respect the
respect it.
hustle. Yeah. Look,
Like,
there's all kinds of people out there. There's people who like gaudy, ugly watches. That's, at least there's stuff that Jacob and Co makes for everyone.
yeah,
And they have interesting stuff like this Astronomia would never buy, but it's
yeah.
great to see it happen. And Jacob and Co, they were able to do that other brands wish they like. Imagine if Louis Vuitton acquired Jacob and Co. Like they could Louis
No,
Vuitton
I
could
got
turn
a
this
better
around, make some
collaboration. Picture this:
yeah.
if Jacob and Co. got hooked up with Invicta, oh, can you imagine?
Man,
See, your mind just got blown, right?
I just feel bad for anyone who owns an Invicta. It's just life wasted, lifetime wasted, lifetime that you could be wearing a Seiko or a Hamilton. You're wasting it wearing Invicta.
Well, you know what? The person that buys Invicta just doesn't know watches, right? They don't know what they're
Yeah.
buying. They just see that it's big and they want kind of a statement flex piece and want to look like a rapper or whatever.
They want to be a
So,
big shot on
like, yeah,
the
well,
budget.
exactly. If you want to look like a big shot on a budget, is there any other choice than Invicta? I don't think
No.
so. I think that's it.
And from afar, it looks like a badass, expensive watch. It looks like some of those the gold colored ones. They look like They look like a kilo of gold. So
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to grab one more watch for you, Tim.
go grab it.
Okay. You're
Go
going to
watch
like
the
this
video.
one.
Yeah. James Bond, the true James Bond. Who is?
A big character in the watch world, and we all know about his connection to Omega. But if James Bond was real, I think about the watch that he would actually wear. According to Ian Fleming, the guy who actually wrote James Bond, Ian Fleming was a fan of Rolex. He wore an Explorer 1016, arguably.
That's a great watch. Explorer 1016. Clean, sophisticated. That's all you need. In the modern world, Canadian Watch Monkey, you don't need 50 watches. You just need this.
I've showed you my homage watch, right? Of that?
The Smith?
Yeah.
You have?
No, it's not a Smith. It's not a Smith. It's better than the Smith.
Show. Okay, show me. Man, Canadian Watch Monkey is full of surprises. This guy really does like his watches. Oh. What the hell is that? Oh, it's kind of chunky. It looks like an Explorer, yeah.
The bracelet, the clasp.
Where is it from? What year was this made?
This is about 15 years old now. You can't get them with the old ETA movement.
Mm-hmm.
But this has got the Swiss movement in it. Zeno Bezel. I did a review on this as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did this watch catch on? Is there a lot of demand? A lot of people want to get that one?
Oh, yeah. If you can find one with the it's IS or AS movement, Adolf Shields movement, that's the one you want. Not
Is
the
that the one you have?
Yes.
How much do people sell that one for?
About $1,000.
$1,000? That's a pretty nice watch for $1,000. What is that? 36 mil in size? Yeah. It looks kind of small, like the 36 Explorer.
Yeah.
Was this worn to the Everest as well, or?
No, no. It's paying homage to that 1016 that you're just showing.
Yeah.
But it's very accurate.
It looks pretty good. The bracelet, I gotta say, the bracelet looks like it was made in the same factory as those Rolex bracelets.
Yes. Yeah, it feels a little bit. Well, back then the Rolexes weren't a luxury.
Is it hollow center link?
Yes, hollow center link.
Nice.
Acrylic glass.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep watching this video then. Adrian, James Bond. What watch would James Bond wear? Canadian Watch Monkey.
Peter Blake.
Omega.
Peter Blake.
Omega. He wouldn't touch it. It probably Patek or Richard Mille.
No, it'd be Peter Blake.
Peter Blake. Omega because they pay him.
Peter Blake. SMP Peter Blake.
A what?
SMP.
Peter Blake.
Omega SMP Peter Blake.
What's a Peter Blake Omega?
That's
the Omega Peter Blake edition.
Yeah, they don't. That's what it's been nicknamed. It was the original SMP, the second generation, made in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Oh, I think Gringa did a video about
this. Yes, with the sword hands. I had that watch. That was one of my first luxury watches right there.
Wow. Did Gringa really make a video about this? I think she did, right?
Yeah, she did. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, I owned that watch back in 2002, and I bought it for just around 2,000 Canadian dollars, and you could actually buy those in Costco.
This watch, it was that readily. They couldn't get rid of them, right?
Well, Costco had lots of nice watches back in the day, but yeah.
That's a great watch to get. If you're at the Costco and it's between Omega and Tag Heuer, you should always go for an Omega. It's just a superior
How about between Omega and Rolex?
between Omega
Come
and
on,
Rolex.
Tim. Come
Yeah,
on, Tim.
gotta get.
Omega and Rolex. Which is a better watch?
I mean, it's not even a question.
You know it's the Omega with the coaxial
I
escapement.
wish that was true,
No,
but
you know what? Talk to a watchmaker. If you talk to a watchmaker, they'll tell you the
they
Omega
all
is the
say
better
that
watch.
the coaxial movement, the way that Omega has reimagined it after buying the patent from George Daniels, is not a great way. It's they use lubrication. As for somehow Omega fucked up the coaxial escapement. Like, how did they ruin it?
I know that is pre-coaxial, these ones.
Yeah, these are pre-coaxial, but now they
Yeah.
all coaxial. But
They're all
somehow
coaxial.
they're not correct. Every watchmaker will tell you that somehow they need lubrication, even though the whole point of George Daniels' coaxial escapement is that it wouldn't need the lube. So now they use plastic parts. What the?
On the Omega?
It's all going downhill, Canadian Watch Monkey. All these top watch brands, they're looking to cut like microgram of steel on on a pallet or an escapement, so they can't save money. I mean, what, they can't make it out of metal? They have to make it out of plastic.
Yeah, I don't know why they're
Corner cutting to the nth degree. What are they saving? Like 0.000 of a cent?
You know what? I think it's like how they're building the cars today. Like they have the technology where they could build cars that could last decades, but they don't want that. They want you to come in for servicing. They want you to change your car out every 5 to 10 years. That's why the
Yeah,
problem
it's
is
that
like,
mindset, right? They're
well,
already.
did you know this is a fact? Okay, Mercedes, BMW, Range Rover, all those cars when they're new are unbelievable. They're fantastic, and there's such a joy to be in. After 5 years, when that warranty is finished, you're into a whole world of ugly, expensive ugly. And I remember some of my friends that they're on beer budgets, but they've got the champagne taste, so they look at a S-Class Mercedes that originally sold for like $100,000, $130,000, and they see it for $40,000, $50,000 because it's 5-6 years old. They go, "Oh man, that's a great deal." And I've warned a few of my friends, "Don't do it. You don't know what you're getting into." And sure enough, they go against what I advise them. I'm in the industry, and sure enough, after owning that vehicle for a couple of years, you're going, "Holy shit, man! I can't believe it. I should have listened to you." Probably one of the worst cars for pricing on parts, Audi. Unless you got deep pockets, man. Once your Audi is off lease, get out of it.
I think that's what Diego got. No,
Yeah,
he got out.
Just to give you an idea, we replaced the side view mirror on a car. On an Audi, I think it was BMW has the X5. I think the Audi was called the Q something Q, whatever it is. Anyway, this was about a 7-year-old SUV by Audi.
Yeah.
It was a hit and run claim. The car was parked. Somebody blew the mirror off. They needed a whole mirror.
Wow.
Right? How much do you think that claim came to? Just a mirror.
Just
what do you
one
think?
mirror? I mean,
one
it
mirror.
shouldn't be more than $500, right?
You would think, like on
You
a
would say
Toyota or Honda.
$500 would be outrageous.
Okay, try 7,000.
Holy shit!
And you cannot buy a mirror assembly. You got to buy them in pieces. So you got to order the pieces. $7,000 for a mirror, about $5,000 US for a side view mirror on a 7-year-old Audi SUV.
It seems like a scam.
It is. You should see even little plastic clips. Like, I'll give you an idea on a Jeep Renegade. Okay, you've got the big flares, the plastic flares. They're not badly priced. I think the flares are like $400 a piece or something, which is okay. But then you need the clips, and each flare has about 20 clips. Now, you'd think a clip would be what, a couple bucks a piece for a clip?
Maybe.
How about $15 a clip? Now you need 20 of them, and then now if you do all four, it's crazy.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, it's a scam. Like some of the
That's
pricing on some of this
insane.
shit. I
See,
wonder if
that's how I feel with some of these watch brands, right? They're making $50,000, 50,000 watches every single day. Now, in 5 years, those $50,000, 50,000 watches will have to come back for service, and then you have to take into account every single watch that's ever produced every year in the past catalog coming back for service every 5 years. So you need this massive, ultra massive apparatus in the background to keep all these watches servicing. And you know what? Unfortunately, a lot of these manufacturers, they're starting to realize, you know what? We're getting to the point where the market is so saturated, we can't sell these watches, so we have to find alternative modes of earning money. Some manufacturers opening restaurants, while others are starting to look to a service as a potential way to keep the customer paying money. Like it's like a subscription fee. You know how Netflix, you pay $16 a month. So this is the same thing with the wristwatch. You buy a wristwatch, but then you also have to pay that subscription fee, servicing. But you pay it in bulks. You pay it for 2 years up front.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of the manufacturers too, after you watch, they want the watch to fail in 5 or 10 years time. So you buy another one, now you need to buy another one. Right. So
Find me another one. Exactly.
Yeah. Because the cost of repairing it doesn't make sense, even at I would say if you're going to get a watch serviced or repaired, it better be worth at least $1,000. If it's worth less than that, what's the point? It's sad. Like it's such a disposable society that we live in. It's actually quite disgusting. But where
watches should be anti that. This is the watches which they should stand for, right?
Yeah,
Something that lasts forever and you can pass down, and you don't need another one. Speaking of legends, hey Alex, welcome to the show. People are worried that the UK watch community channel was canceled. Can you tell us that this is not true and that you're just on a vacation and it's just a coincidence?
Well, thanks for doxing me of being on vacation. I'm actually I'm in witness protection. I'm in hiding.
Uh-oh.
So, yes, I am. I am on a break. I haven't had a break for about a year almost, so
Wow.
it's well overdue, and it was booked months ago.
Yeah, so people knew that you were going away. They just didn't know that the timing would be such that it is when Alan gets, threatened by 4P and he needs a break and you need a break, and it's just a coincidence. Daniel, speaking of
Daniel.
Daniel has to go.
Yeah, Alex, just a quick hi and goodbye. I'm gonna go for a while.
Have you got the heating back on, Dan?
No, Alex, that's not
The
gonna
sun
happen.
is out.
The furnace is out, and they're not gonna. The group, we're not gonna do.
They're not going to put the heating back on into the house. It's a teardown.
Okay.
It's not worth the effort nor the money.
Yeah.
They told him basically use walls as wood to keep
rip up the flooring,
the fireplace burning.
Thanks for the addition. Good. Yeah, thinking on your feet, Tim. That's
yeah.
All right, Dan. Well, it's good to see you.
It's a little bit better. I got the heaters. I'm improvising. It'll be okay.
Fantastic. Well, you look after yourself, Dan.
Okay, take care.
See you, Dan.
I was thinking of going up there to Canada to do a live stream where we say goodbye to the house, a house goodbye warming party,
a farewell party,
a farewell to a house where so many things have happened. Like Daniel Katz grew up in that house, his entire life was spent there, and now he has to move on, and they're going to demolish it, and that house will never be seen ever again. That history will be forgotten. It's interesting. It's interesting stuff. That thing.
So just to let you guys
Oh
know,
yeah,
I might have to cut my vacation short because of work. Even when I come back, I'm going to be busy with stuff, but they're potentially ruining the first break I've had in a year almost. And it's really quite poignant, this one, because my dog had a bit of an issue a couple of months ago, a vestibular attack. He's made a great recovery, but it's just reminded me just how important it is to spend time with, your extended family. So I'm trying to make the most of it. Shout out to, of course, to Dirk, whose cat passed away,
that's
unfortunately.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so that's, they break your heart, don't they, mate? They break your heart.
I was listening to the live stream earlier today. It was devastating. I just came off of Dingo Dave losing his pet dog.
Yeah,
That
Pip,
was
wasn't
hard.
it?
Pip,
Pip, yeah.
rest
So
in
it's,
peace.
and yeah, so it's, and I know quite a few people have had issues with their pets. Don't want to betray their confidence, but yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah, Dirk is a cool guy. He's part of
Yeah.
this whole watch community. Never easy when a pet dies or family member, right?
No, family,
It
the
could
family
be,
member I could deal with. It's the pet that's
yeah,
more important. It's,
yeah.
Yeah, loss of a pet is tough, man. You
it's
know,
really, no,
I
no one.
swear, and I mean this in all sincerity, dogs are better than humans.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
they unconditional love, man. Dogs are just
Yeah.
awesome.
But
Cats
it's
aren't
With
bad.
people, there's always something. There's always a catch. Like
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
always,
that's the only thing they let you down is like they do tend to bugger off after a while. It was interesting. There was a study earlier on, well, published this week about how in South Korea they did a study on dogs' effect on humans and
mm,
how they sort of de-stress them, and like they increase alpha and beta waves in human beings and make them more uh, positive outlook, and like more productive and all that sort of stuff. And it all harks back to back in the day when Homo sapiens got together with wolves to beat the Neanderthals, and the deal was, we've got each other's back, and so like humans and dogs, wolves would obviously go hunting, they'd share the spoils, and then of course we've domesticated wolves into becoming dogs, and we obviously get our kinship with dogs is just amazing. It's just an amazing experience.
that story about dogs and humans friendship is almost as cool as the story about the ubiquitous bezel.
Okay, There's you shut your face. I didn't so yeah. So all kidding aside,
Alex, by the way,
yeah, mate.
all kidding aside, I got I'm in the middle of negotiations with the other
Mhm.
side, the peace treaty, peace agreement, you may say, the nuclear disarmament equivalent.
Mhm.
Um, I've got the list of demands, right? So now I have never negotiated peace with a warring party before, but I'm trying to understand what is my move now. Do I send them a list of my demands in return, or do I have to capitulate immediately? How does this work?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim. I'm on holiday. I'm not
Fair
getting
enough.
involved in any of that stuff. But I think the
Fair
thing is, if you try to have a conversation, both parties have to want to listen to each other. If one thing I've learned,
Yes.
there is no point getting involved in a discussion or an argument with someone that is not prepared to listen. And I'm not saying anyone specific. I'm talking about members of my family, for example. When their blood is boiling and they're frothing at the mouth,
Exactly.
That you
Communication
don't.
is key.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not willing to communicate, then the best thing to do is to retreat, let things simmer down a little bit, and then try and broach it at a time when
That's
everything's
right. We have a
de-escalated.
couple of weeks before the Watches and Wonders, because I think what we're gonna do is they sent me their list of demands. I'm going to respond with my list of demands, and then at Watches and Wonders we'll have the meeting. We'll get a place next to, because it's beautiful. It's in Switzerland, Geneva, neutral territory. We'll get a place where they negotiated the World War II peace treaty.
Speaking of shitters,
Speaking of shitters, hey, Red Shovel.
Hey guys, hey guys, I'm still
Hey,
editing on here.
Red.
So,
Yo, Red,
hey
what's
Red,
up?
so, so Tim, tell me some of the details. What is being demanded here? What demands it? What
All
demands are you
right, you
getting?
want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's tough, guys. It's
guys, I
okay.
got to drop off for a few minutes. I'm just going to be in the background. I just need to sort my my best mate here out, my dog. Hang on a sec.
Okay, so these are the demands that I have to do.
Listen to the
Okay, so
person.
here we go. So it's sincerely apologize to me and Spencer for, now this is a key, for maliciously and deliberately bringing our personal lives and business reputations into disrepute. I don't even know what that is, without any genuine cause or reason.
Recognizing that what was wrong, by admitting that we have all been very good to him. Going forward, he
Okay,
needs to actually.
recognizing, I do not dispute that they were very good to me at times. There's no
Yeah.
disputing that. I acknowledge it. The dinners, the what's it called? The pants, helping me out with the
Yes.
pants, right? I was a
Yes.
fool. I was wearing those stupid pink shorts. If it wasn't for Spencer getting me the pants, I wouldn't be allowed in the restaurant. So I recognize all that. And going forward, he needs to act in a more professional manner. Any
See
problems
this.
should be
See
talked
this here,
about.
Tim. See where it
Yes,
says going forward, he needs to act in a more. Who is he? Who are they talking about there?
I think they're talking about he is me, Tim Wright.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 So is this something that Spencer has written and has passed to Paul?
Well, this was passed to me to basically prepare a response to. So I'm just trying to understand how do I respond to this?
Who 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 has give you this then? Is it Paul?
It's through back channels. I don't want to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's a private person.
Okay.
They shouldn't be brought into this.
Okay.
So it's very interesting, right?
But Tim, you don't even know what you did you?
Exactly. That's why I have a problem with this first part for malicious. Actually, if I acknowledge to this, I could go to jail because maliciously and deliberately. I have never done anything maliciously or deliberately.
Were you drunk at any given time during that event?
I don't even know what event they're talking about. This is insane.
Oh
Right?
shit! You don't even know the event.
So,
What the
look,
hell?
yeah, I don't even exactly.
So
no.
how do you apologize for something that you don't even know what you're apologizing
That's why,
for?
but that's why I said to them. So I'm gonna get back. So that's why we need to work on a response to what do I want. So I think, what do I want, right? I want, like, for me to apologize. They say they have a lot of things. They said there's like 12 hours of live streams. So they can maybe make a list of like top 20 things that they're not happy with, like specific things, maybe with a link. I could apologize, like going from top to bottom, just in order. But I cannot. I see this has to be rewritten because I have not done anything maliciously or deliberately. This is insane accusation.
Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Whoever wrote that? That is just crazy. That's the worst. That's the worst opening to a peace agreement I've ever seen.
And I'm back.
Well, that's why we're working on the compromise. Okay, this is their first list of demands, right? I think we can now read this, look at it, and do a counter proposal. Right? For example, even for legal reasons, even if I wanted to just do it just to eat the shit sandwich for the sake of eating a shit sandwich, I literally can't acknowledge to these reasons because I could go to jail for it maliciously and deliberately. If I said yes, they could have a legal case against me. That's not like, how could I agree to doing something illegal if I didn't do it?
You pleading the fifth then, Tim?
No, I'm just saying, no, maliciously and deliberately.
think-
Come
No,
on.
what you're saying is if you plead the fifth, it's like you don't want to answer the question because it may implicate you in something else.
I mean, dude, this is literally they're asking me. This is like OJ Simpson, right? It's like asking him to admit to murder, right? But he never admitted to murder. That's why
Not even admitting to murder because he knew what the charge was. You have to admit to being guilty without even knowing what the charges are.
Right,
That's even worse.
exactly. They're saying
they need
yes.
to
They're
present a
trying
list
to get
of
me to
stuff.
admit that I'm guilty, but they're not saying what that guilt is.
Could be murder. Maybe somebody
Could be
died.
murder.
So I've missed the part. What is this? Is this something? What's this got to do with anything?
This is the peace negotiations with the other side.
Oh,
This is their list of demands.
this came from.
Forpy.
Oh, it came from. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He asked someone to pass this note on to me.
That's ridiculous.
It's red.
Tim, that sounds so ridiculous. The fact that you and him text about 200 times a day and he gets somebody else to pass the note to, it's fucking insane.
I know, right? It's
You know what?
insane. I don't know why he's doing it.
I'm reading this. I've read it a couple of times now, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's fuck. This kid Thorpe gave this to you? Really? Fuck, what a pussy, man. Like, fuck. Just get on the phone and, talk it out. Like,
I know,
like
right?
real men.
That's what I said. That's what I said. But he doesn't. He doesn't want me to play the
Like, what
video.
fuck?
So this is to do with last night's video, is it? Okay.
No, it has to do with
I'm at
that
a
live
loss.
stream where
I'm at
he
a
was
loss.
yelling at Red Shovel.
That's a few nights ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me that if I play that video on the live stream, that he's going to put a strike on me. Look, like it's.
Listen,
Why would-
Tim, are
Yeah.
you interested? Are you interested in conflict resolution or not?
I am.
Right. So, are you making things better by discussing it this way, or are you making things worse?
I just want your opinion. I need some help here.
I think that what you need to do, Tim, is that replying to that document, that text is, the next stage is to ask what are the allegations. You need detail,
Right.
and
So I need like
and for
a list
someone to
of
come back
things
to you,
that
yes,
they want
and
me
for
to
someone to
admit
come back
to.
to you and say, "Oh, just watch the last 18 hours of your live stream." Or
That's not an
that's
answer.
not an
yeah.
allegation. They need to be whoever has written that document. That's very poor document. Needs to come up with something.
But look at the things that I want in return, right? I'll admit to anything that's not illegal. I'll look, Red. I'll give them even this. I don't give a fuck. Okay, as long as they write me something that's not illegal that they want me to admit to, I'll admit to it. As long as, in return, Paul Thorpe will call the victims and tell them, guys, now's the time that we all come together and we tell the Canadian FBI about the wizard. We tell them how much money he stole from each one of us. We tell the FBI how we were told not to talk to anyone, not to discuss with the authorities immediately, and why we didn't come forward from the beginning. That's what he needs to do. I'll admit to anything. I don't care, as long as it's not illegal. I can't admit to this
No,
because
no.
this is
Whoever's worded that,
ridiculous.
that. I think I know definitely. You know, that's been put together in literally. It's if that's taken them any more than 60 seconds, like to write, it's too long. Maliciously, things have not been done maliciously. That's
Or deliberately. Rest
deliberately
assured, I don't
bringing
do anything deliberately.
our personal lives and business reputations. Well, this is the thing. When you're talking about certain people, you're often talking about not their personal life, but like things in business. So, so I don't really think that you've went after Paul personally on things.
Well, I don't think
He's
Paul's
maybe taking it
reputation is
personal.
squeaky clean.
Sorry, Canadian Watch Monkey. What did you say?
Paul's reputation is not squeaky clean. A lot of people don't like him and don't trust him.
I know, right? Because of his relationship with the timepiece gentleman.
Not even that. Just the way he is, the way he speaks, the way he looks. The way he conducts his business.
He called Paul Thorpe called timepiece gentleman Jesus. Look, he said the second coming of the only other time that someone is referred to as the second coming of is Jesus. That's the thumbnail that he had. I mean, that's out of control.
Again, Tim, are you making the situation better or worse? What is your, if you want the outcome to find some sort of detente?
I want the wizard in jail. How do we get there? How can we get Paul to talk to the victims and convince them that they should do what was done with the timepiece gentleman? Canadian Watch Monkey, did you hear about the timepiece gentleman?
Of course. That was.
Do you know how the timepiece gentleman was finally taken down?
Yeah, they got a hold of the clients.
Boom! Exactly. The clients came forward.
Yeah. And the same thing should happen here. The clients should all come forward.
Easy.
Is the wizard still actually scamming people as we speak?
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he?
Oh my God. Jeez.
Why wouldn't he be still scamming? Think about it.
The Ponzi scheme.
Exactly. His Ponzi scheme is probably right now is out of control. Because there's no money.
You guys were talking about the Seamaster. That's what I came to join on the conversation.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus,
okay, look, we'll get back to this. This is like the Nuremberg trial. We're gonna figure this out. Okay.
Alex is distressed. Alex can't cope.
I'm supposed to be on holiday, guys. You're stressing me out.
I'm gonna think about the counter proposal. Right. In fact, look, I think my counter proposal is pretty clear. I'll admit to anything that they want me to admit that's not illegal, as long as it's not illegal. Like,
that's not criminal.
It's not criminal.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Tim.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I have to go here, but as I'm going in here like somewhere else, I'll have about 10, 15. I'll write a wee response to that, right? Okay, and you can read it out on the show, right? Okay.
Okay.
We're doomed. We're all doomed.
Sorry, I missed the super chat. Just really quickly here. Gatsby, $5 super chat. First, whoever wrote these demands should take the time to learn proper grammar. This is embarrassing. Second, politely suggest he gets fucked. I mean, it's wild.
I think the person that wrote this was the person that sometimes used to put videos out saying retired former watch dealer. Okay.
Oh man.
I think you should let Red respond to it.
I'll do a quick right.
I know what Red's response is going to be.
No. It's going to be no. I reply to things like this. I actually reply to things like this all the time, right? Okay. I will write you something. I'll put it and send it you on WhatsApp, Tim. So I'll be back on in about half an hour because I have to go in here like somewhere else. You know, to see
Oh,
someone here.
okay, cool. You'll be
Okay.
back in half
So
hour.
Red,
All
it's
right,
not,
yeah.
it's not
Get a
going to be 2
response.
words.
Send him a response. I think that's my counter
I'm going to
response.
send you.
I don't care.
I'm going to
I'll
send you the
admit to
response.
anything they want.
I'm going to send you the response, right? And you
Yeah.
can read it out in the show if you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to go here, but I'll come back on in about half an hour here. Then, okay. See you.
Cool.
Bye, Red.
Cool. I think this is a great
You
compliment.
guys are killing me. I went to the theatre on Friday night,
Yeah.
and we saw a play, an Ibsen play. It was called An Enemy of the People, and I was pissing myself laughing because it's a story about someone who is principled, who points out corruption, blah blah blah, and everyone starts to turn against him. And I go, I wonder who this reminds me of. So
Hey,
you
speaking
should.
of principles, Tim G.
Oh, hey guys, how
Yeah.
are you? Hey, Timmy, do me a favor. Do nothing for the next 7 days. Don't even respond.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because you let it all air out.
Well, I'm thinking of the response. I have my demands. There's things that I want them to do. So
And by the way, hello Kojak, hello Canadian.
Hi, Tingy.
How are you? I love you guys. So just do nothing. Okay? You do nothing for like just put it away for 7 days and let them see what happens to them. Seriously. Because whatever you do might be held against you.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you the type of person that likes to wet their fingers and put them into power sockets just to see what would happen? I mean, do you play with matches?
That's why
Do you run around? Do you run around with scissors? Do you run around? Do you like to play with matches? You just
just do nothing. Seriously though, just do nothing right now. Think about it.
Whoa, here we go. Gatsby, $5 super chat. On a serious note, a journalist cannot negotiate with parties they're reporting on. It destroys all credibility in the reporting. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I said I don't really care. I have nothing. I haven't done anything wrong. So and that's why I said I'll admit to anything they want that's not illegal. I haven't done anything illegal. Okay, let's just put it this way. I know I made some funny jokes that could be considered rude, and I'm sorry about that. But listen, I mean, it's YouTube. We're all here to have fun. It's watches, right? We have to
I think
keep ourselves sane. We have to make some jokes, right?
The learning from this, if this is a genuine message, then the learning is that they've interpreted what you've done or what you've said in a disrespectful manner, and that I think that gives you, a potential room for reparations.
I never said that I wasn't disrespectful. I never argued that. I might have been.
But
I could be interpreted as being disrespectful. Correct.
Exactly. It's they're perceived.
But that's not. It's not illegal. Being disrespectful is not.
No,
illegal.
it doesn't have to be. But like if you want to have conversations, if you want to have a conversation with Paul Thorpe, then you have to. You're inviting him onto your show, or vice versa. Then you have to. It's like going and visiting someone's house. You have to be respectful to whoever's hosting you.
I was.
And so on and so forth.
I was on his stream where he did the clips, the confrontation live stream. He played clips. He had me trapped. He had me where he wanted. He had all the controls. He played the clips to my face, and then he deleted the live stream. And I asked him,
well, listen, I've learned
can I at least
I
re-upload
remember
it? And he told me that he doesn't even allow me to re-upload the live stream. That was just between him and me. I don't get it.
I don't know about that. I mean, for me, copyright is a very thorny, very tricky, murky waters.
Yeah, I don't exactly. It's my livelihood. I don't want to fuck about with copyright. But he's threatening me with the copyright. He's throwing the book in my face.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying that, there's a public forum, but then, you could say that about any company that puts a copy strike on.
He's doing what he's accusing me of doing. Like
Well,
when
he's entitled to do what he thinks is the right thing. He
no,
may
no, no.
be
But
wrong,
look.
just as you
Look at
are.
this. Look at this comment. This nasty comment that he left in my channel. This is what he says. It's
Oh,
simple, Tim.
God.
Make your own content instead of stealing mine to create more drama. Talk about me all you want. See, so he doesn't care if we talk about him.
Mhm.
Just don't use any my work to earn yourself money. So
Mhm.
so he is having problem of me playing his videos, but that's what he's doing. Even like in the video where he's bashing the whole migrants thing, he's playing a clip from some talk show radio. Like it
I,
doesn't make sense.
I get what you're trying to say. Listen, Tim,
It's weird
trust
stuff.
me. Trust me, when you're dealing with Greek temperaments, arguments are only a second away. I mean, literally can walk into the room and it's already kicking off. The thing is at that stage, you're going to say anything to try and justify your stance, and tempers are flared, and cooler minds need to prevail if you genuinely want to try and reach some agreement.
Hey,
Okay.
look right here. He's playing a video from TikTok. You see it?
Well, yeah,
He's
you're talking
going
about fair
through
use. You're
his
talking about fair
videos.
use, and I get that.
It's
I
weird.
get that.
It doesn't make
But
sense. So how can you reason with someone who's always pushing what they want
yeah,
aside?
so
They
yeah,
always change the rules. Like
yeah.
he's always
So it's
changing the rules.
the 2254.50 is the Seamaster that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah, that came out the same era as the 2255.80, which is the blue, the electric blue one that you did a video on once
Oh,
on the dam.
yeah, that was the dam.
Yeah, the dam.
By the way,
And you
that was
did.
the same
They both.
day that
They
of
they came.
Bellagio sit down.
Yeah. So Canadian Watch Monkey is correct. It's circa 2000, 2010, that sort of era.
Yeah, I think they call
I
it
think
Gen 2.
Is it Gen 2? Because Gen
think
2
so.
was 90. It was 97 onwards, wasn't it? Gen 2. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, I think it was.
Well, that's when that came out. Late 90s, early 2000s.
When did Daniel Craig become James Bond? Was it 2007?
I wouldn't
No.
know.
'Cause
All I
Gen
know is I
2
bought mine definitely because
Gen
it was
2
an engagement gift in 2002.
Gen 2 was I think 2007, because that Daniel Craig wore it in Casino Royale, and that's the first time I think that was out. So I think, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Peter Blake and the Blue Electric, they have the same sort of plot looms and hands. The difference is that with the Blue Electric, of course, you have the steel bezel rather than the sort of
Actually, there were
black.
some other differences too, because
Oh,
I
were
was
there?
looking at them both. They had
Okay.
the ghosted hands, the skeleton hands.
No,
And
the Blue Electric didn't have the ghosted hands.
I know some
two-
did, and they
the
also
two-
the bracelet hat was different too.
No, it's
Like
the
you
same
had
bracelet.
choice of two different bracelets. If you look it up, you'll see. It's this
yeah,
is
but
a nicer bracelet on this one.
the 2255.80 has got the same bracelet as the 2254.50.
Okay.
With the versions that I've been looking at, and there may be a different version with a different SKU number, but yeah, I think they're both great watches. And if I was getting into vintage, near vintage, this is definitely one. And I hate it that Brittany sort of brought it up again, because it's only going to push the prices up again. So, Brittany, stop it.
Classic
Stop
watch
talking
that's
about-
going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
But they might remake it soon as well.
If they are, that would be. I mean, the thing is with this watch is the lug to lug is quite large. It's about
Imagine if they refreshed
52.
it. In newer
Yeah.
technology, upgraded everything: ceramic dial, ceramic bezel.
Do you remember? Do you remember
cleaner
Osh?
case.
Do you remember Oshin had the blue electric, the electric blue one, the 225580, and he had that story about how he lost it, and how I think it was Fine Watches or something in the UK gave him the same watch because he couldn't get his old watches back. So Yeah, if they
Wow.
made a modern day version, it would be but these are so thin as well, like less than 12 mil. You know, this
They're
is where
thin.
Amiga 11.8, something like that. Really slim watch.
You know what? This is when they were really making watches of high quality, because I'm
Mm.
telling you, like the 2002 I had was never serviced. And I know a bunch of these running around for sale.
Mm.
They're still running great and never been serviced. And now,
No,
how
it's,
old is that watch now? 30 years old? 20 years? 20, 30? 20 years
2000,
old.
20 years old. I mean, it's based on an ETA 2924
Yeah,
A2.
28, 24. Yeah. That,
2824 A2. So, you know, it's their, because they bought ETA, so they essentially repurposed it. What a fantastic movement. Well, there's nothing, sure, it's pre George Daniels, pre Meta certification, but I think, you know, this is what I'm saying. I wish Amiga would take all that technology and just make their watches thinner, for God's sake, please, man. You're killing
Thinner
us.
and make the bracelet better. Like they,
Yeah.
I think the new Speedmaster bracelet is way better than the old Speedmaster bracelet. So they need to do
Mm,
something with the Seamaster bracelet. They need a new
I hope so.
tapered
I hope
Seamaster
so.
bracelet.
So, you were talking about Adrian Barker earlier on and the
Yeah.
CWC.
Oh yeah. The
Uh,
CWC.
Adrian Barker's made this video more than once. Okay,
Oh
because
yeah.
he did a. This is the true Bond watch when it was it was an Amiga Seamaster, but it was issued to the special boat services. So special boats, it's like the SAS, but it's the SBS,
Mhm.
and they were only offered to people that served or were exchanged into that division. And the SBS is where Commander Bond started his military career, so that's why he's associated with the Amiga sort of thing. That's the tenuous link, per se. Quite interesting, but yeah. So Adrian Barker's has made different versions of this video that has ended up contradicting another one he's
Contradicting each
produced.
other. So which one? Why is he changing? Why is his opinion changing
Well,
over time? He's not
it doesn't.
realizing.
People are entitled to change their opinion. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
CWC doesn't make sense though for me personally.
I used to really not like my Submariner, then I used to like it, then I really used to hate it. It
Mm,
keeps coming back and in. The sub 40. Oh my god, this watch. Dude,
should have had a no
Alex,
date, mate.
this thing is
Should have
so
had a no date.
fucking
You know
cool.
that.
It
You
should
know
have
you
been, yeah.
should have
Yeah.
been a no date.
It would have been a dream.
Yeah.
Or a Hulk. Either a Hulk or a no date. Both have something cool about it. But this one is the middle of the road idiots one. Yeah, it's for people who couldn't
but it's
decide
still
what
it's still
the fuck they were doing.
this was the 40 mil sub, yeah, not the
Yeah,
new,
the
not
40.
the new one.
Oh man, it's so
Yeah.
cool. And there's something about the steel on this one. It's
The
so
fat
soft,
lugs,
man.
man.
And yeah, I like the fat lugs. It sits on the wrist, really nicely balanced. Look
Yeah.
at that. It's almost like the Royal Oak. The bracelet feels like it's integrated. It's so cool. Man, Rolex, I mean, they know how to put together a watch.
Did
Not
you
that
see? Did
yeah.
you see that video drop from Revolution talking about they were reviewing the 2023 watch report with the guy who wrote it. Rolex did 15 billion worth of sales last year through retail. Something
That's
crazy.
insane.
There's Rolex, and then there's everybody else.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So.
And also, it's probably just a fraction of the money that they even made because they're most of their money they make through like real estate because they own so much land in Switzerland.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fun. This is a fun hobby. It's a great watch. Rolex is a great watch. There was an article on Time and Tide. It's so honestly, man, dumbass idea. 5 of the best watches to hand down to the next generation. What a stupid reason
Fries.
to buy a watch for.
Sorry to interrupt. Fries with Mayo, Omega 1120. Yes, that's the movement in both the 2254 and the 55. Yeah, which is based on the ETA movement. Thanks for reminding me.
Patek, number 1 brand to pass down. What do you think? Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's their advertisement slogan.
Yeah. Marketing is king.
Right? You're never buying Patek for yourself. You're buying it for the next generation. Correct?
By the time
I don't buy into that.
Or by the time you afford it,
you're
ready
dead. You need to pass it on anyway.
You know what though? That watch just doesn't have the same mass appeal as like a Rolex. Rolex has mass appeal. Like really, if you're going to hand a generational watch down, Rolex. That's pretty much the only answer, in my opinion. You know, I know these watches are more expensive and but I think if you had a bunch of non-watch people looking at watches, they're going to pick the Rolex.
You're saying that though. You're saying that at this point in time when sports watches are de rigueur. Okay, if we're ending up going back to the dress watch, to more dress watchy looking watches.
What about a
Calatrava is
Richard
king.
Mille?
Fuck off. Sorry. Did I come out? I'm sorry.
Wouldn't that be the best watch to pass on? Oh, Richard Mille. Think about that.
I could see someone getting that Patek, inheriting it, and just putting it in a box and forgetting about it. Whereas if you got like a Rolex, even a Datejust or a Submariner, they would be using it. It would get used.
It's just a grim reason to buy a watch. Oh, I'm gonna buy this watch because when I die, I want someone else to have it. Dude, I think it would be better idea to, instead of buying a watch for after you die, buy a watch for someone now. That's a better reason to buy a watch. If you're gonna buy a watch, instead of spending that money to buy a watch for yourself so that someone else will have it later, use it to buy a watch now. Like, I don't know. It's just weird reasons.
There's
It's
a
like
lot of love for the
double negative.
Calatrava in the chat, man. There's a lot of love for the Calatrava. So,
Yeah. It's a double negative reason. It's like,
oh dear.
it's so dumb, so convoluted.
Wait, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I
Try
mentioned
explaining
this.
it to a non-watch person. So you're buying a watch so that when you die, somebody else will have it. Is that what you said? Let me try to understand it.
You're buying an heirloom, is what you're buying.
Well, listen. I mean, the thing is, you should never do this. You should just buy the watches that you like. To hell with your offspring. When we went to the watch boutique to speak to Dan, he was saying a lot of his stock that he gets is from people who've inherited watches from their fathers, like farmers who just buy watches and just put them in the safe. And these kids who inherit them don't know anything about watches, don't really care about watches. They just see it as an asset, and they just get rid of it. So, just don't. I wouldn't impose your own taste on your children or anybody else. Everyone just choose the watch they like. And if you love Richard Mille, you should be checked into a mental hospital. But apart from that, just love what you like, and let your children find out for themselves what they like.
I would say don't buy a Richard Mille if it's the only watch that you can afford. It's not a smart way to buy a Richard Mille. Like if you could afford 100 Richard Milles, yeah, you know what? Then you can have one.
Just whilst we're talking about Adrian Barker, it does remind me of a conversation I had at the British Watchmakers show.
Oh yeah, what did you talk about?
With Andrew McCutcheon, who was there with Studio Underdog.
Oh yeah, Andrew McCutcheon. Okay, Studio Underdog, great brand, micro brand. They had that very famous watermelon. Then they
Yes.
came out with lemonade, and now they had pizza.
Yeah, Hawaiian and pepperoni.
And
So
Pepperoni
Time
and
and
mushroom.
Tide guy, the Australian Andrew, was the spokesperson. What's up with that?
well, it's a Time and
Oh, is
Tide
it his
collaboration.
company? Does he have a hand in it?
Yeah, Time and Tide and Studio Underdog collaboration. You know, like how Fratello and Hudinki come out with.
Oh,
So it is a collab. It's a collab. But I mean,
get
like the queues were immense. But I had a chat with Andrew, and I don't know if it got caught in the stream because we were having technical issues.
Mhm.
I said like, oh, you've got Adrian's around, and I don't know if George is around. Is the band getting back together again? And he
Yeah.
said categorically, no.
Damn.
It's about effing time is about effing done. It looks like you never say never, but
I love that show. I love that show.
Yeah, it had its fans. I mean, 70,000 subscribers is not. I think they're still gaining subscribers, even though they don't air any episodes.
I think it's my fault that show didn't succeed.
I don't.
It's honestly, look, I think what happened was I should have went harder against About Effing Time, but I liked them too much. I respected them too much, and I didn't call out the bullshit. They had some really boring episodes, and I think if I called out that bullshit early on, they would have stepped up the heat, and maybe the show would have succeeded. But
And once again, we have
disappoint myself sometimes.
the audience should see this as a case.
I won't make
study
that
of-
mistake in the future.
Of Tim being delusional, thinking that he has such sway over
I
other
don't-
much larger channels. You fucking egomaniac.
Tell him. Fake it till you make it.
But there was, I mean, Andrew was saying that, and I don't think I'm betraying confidence because it was in front of a camera. He
Everybody was
saying
there.
that-
Everybody heard it.
Yeah. They were saying it was just they wanted to take it to the next level, and they couldn't quite make it work, which is a real damn shame because I think they had the makings of something that I think it was a stepping stone to something greater, and I think they recognized that as well. So
In the biz, they call it that they weren't able to break the escape velocity. Their podcast
there you
was
go.
never able to break the escape
Yeah,
velocity.
picked up their
is necessary.
stickers.
Ooh, very nice.
There you go.
They're going to be collectible, man.
Effort.
Yeah, you can still get Cased in Time. I think they still do their branded cases. So TikTok,
Can you still get
mother.
those case
People you
hoodies?
can. No, I'm not sure about the other merch, but Cased in Time still sell those watch
The
cases.
pods.
Yeah, the pods, the watch pods. Yeah,
I like those pods.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they played it too safe. I think that's the problem with About Effing Time. They were walking on eggshells over there.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So
This
would love
whole
it if they
YouTube thing. Look at
were to come
Dan
back.
Vince. What a traitor that guy, huh?
Yeah. About Effing Time, come back. Come back. Molthred, come back.
Molthred, come back.
Andy Beans. No,
We need
don't.
Molthred. Tomorrow is Monday, right? Tomorrow we're supposed to have a show that on the UK watch community. We're supposed to have a show.
Yeah, there
Red
is one.
Shovel's supposed to be there. Alan, he should come back. Imagine if he came back tomorrow. That what kind of a message that would send to Forpy? That would say, "I'm not intimidated by you guys. I
Listen,
don't care."
I think you're mischaracterizing what was actually said. I mean, even when Red Shovel was on Paul Thorpe, he sort of agreed that what we've said was interpreted in that way. Again, it's very, very important when you're dealing with conflict to listen to what the other person and not actually project your own interpretation on things. I wasn't there. I've heard the story from many, many people that were there. I'm confused about it as well. So
It is a wild situation, right? Forpy is a wild character. It's like a
I don't know.
weird thing to do. Did you watch the live stream with Red Shovel and everyone just going at it, just
Yeah, I
smacking
did.
the hell out of the poor guy?
I did watch that stream. Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think?
Uh,
Hard to watch,
Listen,
right?
from the outside looking in, the thing is, I've only been in this community for several months. All this stuff predates me to some extent.
I
you
know.
know.
I mean, no, I'm not like
It wasn't.
accusing you.
It wasn't very edifying, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. But you know, there's a little
Edifying.
bit of dog whistling
Just
going
say
on.
it wasn't
You know,
edifying.
Tim, you know what? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's just like everyone's taking themselves way too fucking serious, man.
I
It's
know,
just fucking
right?
watches, man. Like
Absolutely.
seriously,
It's just
chill,
men's jewelry.
chill. You know,
It's just a little bit of men's jewelry. I'm amazed, by the way. I'm sitting here, and I'm more amazed by how incredible the printing on these Studio Underdog pizza dial watches is. Like, look
They're
how
hand
amazing the printing is.
and they were hand delivering these things as well.
in pizza boxes.
Fresh from
It-
the oven.
Well,
bet.
they're delivering.
Steaming. They would just take them out of the oven.
So that you can't buy, you know, they will actually. Andrew was saying it was the worst business idea ever to deliver these by hand, either him or who's the owner of Studio Underdogs? Is it Michael Benck? I can't
What
remember.
the handle it? What do you mean? Like they would
Deliver
deliver?
'em
If
in
I
person.
bought one, they would
They
deliver it to
deliver them
Brooklyn,
in
my
person.
place here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether they would sell them
Andrew
outside of
would
the
come to
UK.
my studio. I should have bought
No,
one.
I think what they do, Tim, is they go to a fixed location, and then people would come to that location to pick up their
okay.
watches.
Ah,
No, they're not going to each individual house. They can't. It's impossible.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think it was cool. I think it was cool.
I
I
thought
think.
they were going to hand deliver it, like the way pizza gets hand delivered.
Well, you think that, wouldn't you?
You would,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Because it's
Yeah.
pizza. It would make sense. I would get Andrew to deliver it when I'm live streaming so that he can jump on the live stream. Yo, what's up, guys? Andrew here, Studio Underdog representing, delivering pizza watch for Timmy.
It's so. I mean, that show was. Listen, I didn't know what was going on, but whilst I was under the impression we were there covering the show, it was a great atmosphere. Everyone was doing really well.
Was
Even-
Christopher Ward? Sorry, was Christopher Ward there?
Yes, Christopher Ward was. Well, Christopher. Okay, so the British Watchmakers show is the brainchild of not George Daniels, of Roger Smith, and also the owner of Christopher Ward. So those two are the two pillars, and then this place was just rocking with like-minded individuals. That's the thing, is 99. We agree on 99.99% of stuff, which is we're enthusiastic about watches. Everything else is neither here nor there. The queues for Christopher Ward was 7 deep. You know, they had a huge stand, a large stand compared to other people. I couldn't get to the front of it throughout the whole afternoon. It was bonkers.
Hey,
Bonkers.
Tim, pull up Christopher Ward's new Dune. It's the GMT Dune. It's beautiful. It's the newest one. It's green and cream.
Like Dune colors? Like
Yeah, Dune, DUNE. Yeah, just if
is
you
it an official collab with?
no, it's their. It's not a collab. It's their newest release, and it's a nice looking GMT. Yeah, right there.
Wow.
38 millimeter.
Wow.
But you should see how detailed, like it's made so well. Like I still got a few Christopher Ward watches, but the quality on Christopher Ward watches are really, really
scary good.
Scary good.
It's too good to be true.
Pretty much.
Grandmaster Chime, yeah, you're absolutely right. He says that when they spot the watches, the pizza box watches, they see them on eBay or Chrono24, they've ended up cancelling that pre-allocation. People they were buying them for £200-300 and then putting them for £1,000 on Chrono24 already as a pre-order special. I mean,
That's madness.
Yep.
Why do you think they oh man, it's like that's scary. All right.
Certain watch brands just capture people's imagination. I mean,
Not
like,
even.
do you remember the Baltic that Buckley was talking about the other day?
Baltic by Buckley?
Buckley was spruiking the Baltic, the one that looks like a Patek Philippe.
Bentley by Baltic. Baltic by Bentley.
Buckley.
Breitling by Buckley. It's effed, man. No, I can't hear.
No,
Which one? Put it in
the
the private chat.
okay, let me find
But
it.
this Christopher Ward monkey.
Take a look at some of the other shots of that. Just go through the pictures and look at the detail on it. Like
the details are. Oh damn! It's small. It's like on
38.
the smaller side. 38.
38.
That's great for those guys that have smaller wrists. You know, the skinny ones like Cam. Whoa! Look at this.
Yep.
Holy shit. But you know, the fatal flaw of this watch is that it says Christopher Ward on the dial.
No, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, I know, but that logo is
You don't
not
like that logo?
Not really.
Tim hates Christopher Ward. We all know this.
Honestly, I don't think that Trident counterbalance should be on there anymore. Like, unless it's a full-on dive watch, that shouldn't be there.
Okay, I put the link in the private chat, Tim.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Do you see how crisp that dial is, though? Like
that
surrounded around
dial
the pips and
is
that.
out of fucking control.
Yeah.
Oh no way! You did it. Who did it?
What? Well,
Who
Buckley
did it?
was Buckley
was
spruiking
spruiking this watch.
Yeah.
Did
He
Buckley
said like we
buy
should
it?
all. Well, all I know is that it sold out within a minute.
Is that the one with the micro rotor?
No. It's it hasn't got an open case back. It's is it Miyota? I think it's a Miyota movement in it. It's only 200 pieces. They did it in black dial and a white dial version.
Wow. It's like the Explorer. It's like the
Patek.
Albino Explorer 1.
Well, Red Shovel bought that Nomadic, which looked like a love child between a Grand Seiko and a Explorer with a white dial.
What do you think of the crown like that, Tim, that's recessed right into the case?
I'm not a fan. I think it looks ugly.
It's hard to manipulate it for sure.
Yeah,
you
it's
hook
gonna be
your
really
nail under
flimsy and thin. It can't be good quality. So I'm not a fan. But I guess it's cool when it hugs the case like that because it hides it. So if you bang it against something, it might actually protect it. I don't know.
Well, it's for comfort, right? It's so it doesn't dig into your hand. But Christopher Ward had one similar to that, but Christopher Ward did theirs right. It would eject out. Like you'd press on it and it would be kind of like a ballpoint pen where you press on the tip and it pops out. So Christopher Ward was doing that. I don't know. Christopher Ward does a lot of things right. They're good bang for the buck.
It's too good to be true. Christopher Ward is like the brand is too good. It's too good.
Well, there's no middlemen.
No. It's
but it is interesting. The British Horological Institute really look down their noses at the British Watchmakers Show because now British Horological Institute are all about everything made in Britain, whereas of course all these companies exist because they import pieces from elsewhere. A lot of them are Swiss made. The 40% requirement. Was it 40 or 60% requirement? So forth. Even Bremont now are talking about moving to making cheaper watches. So for them to do that, they would have to ditch the made solely in Britain attitude that they've had.
What's
So
the
they,
made in Britain? How much to put made in Britain? How much of the watch has to be made in Britain?
I don't know. It's just I saw an article the other day that the guy from Bremont, who used to be Tudor, then he's Bremont, he came over to the British Watchmakers Show and he was a little bit taken aback by how good everything was. And he has gone on the record saying we need to make our watches cheaper because they're expensive.
Yeah, Vermont is out of control. Their watches are way too overpriced. Way too overpriced. Vermont, out of control. Out of control.
Yeah, so
Do you know if the SH21 movement by Christopher Ward, they dubbed that as in-house? Is that really in-house?
the Bel Canto one?
No, the SH21 movement. That's with the 5-day power reserve with the dual barrels. I've got one, but they were dubbing that as their in-house. And I know people were asking, are they stopped doing the SH21 for the last couple of years, but rumor has it they're going to bring back the SH21 movement. Beautiful movement. Right.
Apparently it is a I don't know. I mean, what is the word British? You know, if it's following the same standards as Swiss made,
yeah,
it could be anything, couldn't it? I mean, they spruiked the Bel Canto as being sort of their own sort of movement, but what they're talking about is the jumping hour module that sits on top of a Solita SW200 movement.
Hey, let me ask you guys. What do you think about Fears? Is this the greatest watch right now?
The Brunswick. Yeah.
Brunswick what?
Not the salmon dial one. Yeah, I think that's the Brunswick, the sort of tonneau shaped case.
Isn't this amazing? Every Brit should have one, right? I feel like that's just a patriotic thing to do.
I don't think you have to be a patriot to wear a watch from a certain brand or not. I think they're a great company.
This is a great watch. It's very unique. There's really no reason not to wear one.
Well, it's not unique. It's that it heralds back to 1924, that style of watch.
It's unique in that way.
It looks like a shrunken down Panerai, if you ask me.
Well, it has more in common with the American from Vacheron and Constantin. But Fears make this watch. Farah make a tonneau-shaped watch like this. So many other brands do. So it all harks back to the 1920s.
Hey, look at this. We got two people joining us. We got Red Shovel and Alex Watchaholic. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So, Tim, I said, we responded to that there, so you can read it. You don't have to share it, like, obviously.
Okay, no, I'll read it. Let's just put it on here. So I don't know if you guys were watching the show. Paul wants to negotiate kind of a peace treaty. Earlier today, he sent me this letter through a back channel, and look, there's some things that he wants me to do, which I said, sure, cool. We might work something out. And with Red Shovel's help, this is the response that Red Shovel has crafted. All right, so now let's see, what do we got here? Firstly, I would admit that you have been generous to me in the past and helped to open doors in my early streaming days. See, I've even used same metaphor as you. Now, what is that about Red Shovel?
You piece of shit, Red. Look at you. You don't do yourself any favors, mate. Honestly,
that's a little bit of comedy. That's a bit the metaphor about about him wanting to close doors. He opened doors for you. It's just a little playing words.
He did. Paul Thorpe helped me. He'll help me open a few doors. Some of those doors led me to the Timepiece Gentleman. So, I mean, I thank him, but then again, It's like you're gonna be opening doors for other people. Kind of check before you tell them to get in there, right? Timepiece Gentleman could have ripped me off at some point, right? Because Timepiece Gentleman, he was crafty. He knew how to scam people. So yeah, I was playing with fire over there. Anyways, let's keep going. However, your demand for an apology is too broad, and my acceptance could place me in legal peril. You have used terminology such as maliciously and deliberately, which I feel is unjust. I also consider you find it difficult to differentiate between personal and business issues. Yeah, exactly. There was nothing that was done for malicious or deliberate reasons. Trust me, like we don't do things deliberately here. And maliciously, that's just ridiculous. So,
Oh,
and also like that would be ridiculous to admit that could, if somebody admitted to doing something maliciously and deliberately, they could go to jail. You know that, Kojak? Like that's ridiculous that somebody would admit, like you would have that's worse than getting an email from an African prince and sending them 10,000 US dollars. Admitting to something like this would be just as bad as that. You know what I mean?
listen, Tim. Listen, look, Red should know this. When we had troubles with the RRA, okay, and the Sinn Féin, officially they were never recognised, but through back channels, conversations were happening. I would suggest you maybe do this via back channels rather than broadcasting it on the channel, and
But
see how you can
okay,
negotiate.
okay, yeah. So
My
tomorrow I will
my
send.
for what it's worth, my advice. That's
Okay. So tomorrow, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna craft another response, some stuff that I want. I already mentioned it on the live stream, anyways. Stuff like regarding the wizard, and we'll see it. And I'm not gonna show my official response, but I just wanted people to know that hey, we're trying our best, we're working. I even said I'll admit to anything. I'll admit to anything that's not illegal, as long as we can get the wizard.
I
So,
don't know why you're attaching that as a condition. It's what's that got to do with
well,
what?
I want the wizard. If I'm gonna be admitting to stuff that I didn't do, I want Paul to help me call
I
the
want
wizard.
I want a small penis, but that's not going to happen. You know, it's just
Therefore, let me finish this letter.
Sorry.
This is just. Therefore, please try to furnish a list of specific allegations. Exactly. We want detailed things that Paul didn't like. Like, what did I say? What did I do? If he has a timestamp, that would make things so easy because then I can understand and apologize. Describe the allegations fully and refrain from using generalizations such as Tim's always disparaging about Digital Watch Vault. I'm not always disparaging of Digital Watch Vault. Sometimes I'm neutral.
You
Or
kind of
Tim
are.
says everything I do is a scam. I never said that Paul Thorpe is a scam. I said I think Paul Thorpe might be getting scammed. Because like Timepiece Gentleman scammed Paul Thorpe, technically speaking. He scammed him for reputation. Or that Tim says Tickers is a small man. I never said that. What the hell? I will carefully consider each allegation and respond as required. Time to build a better community for all. Signed, Tim Wright LLC. Boom. This is it. Yeah, that's great. We could actually, you know what? This could be an official response.
Well, there's a little bit of like tongue in cheek in there too, Tim. But you know, basically what you've been sent
This is about men's jewelry. Come on,
nonsense. It's nonsense. If you're going to accuse someone of them, or if you're going to accuse people of stuff, you've got to tell them like what they've been accused of and go
Yeah.
into some sort of a detail.
Yeah, exactly.
What they're off.
He
what
made
they're
fun
asking
of
you
a
to do
prosciutto original.
is to say what's
As a journalist, Tim, you should know fully well that you should give the right to reply, and you should get your sources corroborated for more than one source.
Yeah.
Normally 2 sources. Now the 2 sources can't be tomato sauce and red shovel. They have to be legitimate sources.
Fair enough. I mean, this is incredible stuff.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, but true. Like if you told someone anyone outside this watch community that there's this guy Tim Wright who got that letter, they wouldn't believe you. They would think you're making shit up. This is and the way that Red Shovel was yelled at live, and that stream is still up. It's still up. Do you understand this, Alex? That live stream with Red Shovel is still, for some reason.
So what are you saying, Tim? He should have taken it down?
Dude, that makes them look so bad.
No, answer the question. Do you think he should have taken that down?
Well, I think if he wanted to save just maybe the last shreds of maybe self-respect or dignity that he would.
So let's say he took it down. Then what would you be talking about? You'd be saying, "Oh, he
I
took
don't
that
care.
video
I
down."
don't care about it. I'm looking at the
You
Spears
can't
watch.
win.
Coach Jack,
You can't win with you, mate. You're such an
It's a scam.
You're such a
scam.
I was looking at the Spears watch. Why are you trying to derail me?
Oh God,
Monkey, help me here. What is Kojak's problem?
I have no idea, man. It's just like it's just unbelievable how such a small thing became so big. Like, who gives a fuck?
I know, right?
Nobody gives a shit.
I know.
Like in this whole world of things, who gives a shit about Thorpe? Who gives a shit about Tim Wright or the Watch Monkey? We're nothing.
What the hell?
It's just like Jesus.
Oh.
Red.
Yes.
Ask you a question. How are you feeling, buddy? It's been a few days now. Are you are you okay? Are you
stabilized?
I mean, like Elmo came out a few weeks ago and just asked the question on X. Are you okay? Are you okay, Red?
I'm fine, but I'll never as it stands, like I'll not be bothering like talking to maybe Paul or that other person like ever again, because I think it was a very planned and deliberate attack by one of them anyway, and perhaps they didn't get the outcome that they wanted, or they thought it might be a slightly different outcome, but I think it was a bad move.
But you're feeling okay. That's the main thing.
Yeah, feeling okay. Yeah, I can get on. I can still have a laugh. It'll not, it'll not
It
change
has
my
not
life.
killed joy for you forever.
No, it'll not change my life. It'll not change my my standing at this hobby. It may mean that I've one less place to go and buy a watch from, but
But there's so many places where you can go and buy
I'll
watches.
not worry too much about that.
Well, what about free meals?
I can.
Who
I
else
can
is
buy,
gonna get you that many free meals? Aren't you gonna miss out on all the free meals?
I can buy my own meals.
The guy flew out. I'm confused about Red because he flew all the way here to buy a watch from a watch manufacturer that's based in Belfast to get a bit of a discount on it. It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's part of the fun. It's part of the. It's not about what. It's not about what you're getting a watch for. It's banned on the day. It's banned at the show. Yes, you might get it. Yes, yes, I had to go there, get a plane ticket, get a hotel, but it's all part of the It's all part of the fun, all part
No,
of
we
the
had a great laugh.
Experience. It's all part of
was
the
a,
experience.
we had a great time meeting up. So
Yeah.
you know, but your business acumen to come all the way here just to buy a watch that you
So
can
you
buy
go
in your backyard.
Well, no. That's not why.
I know.
That's not why.
I'm joking.
That's not why I went to
I'm
the
joking.
show. It was. I just happened that day decide. They normally at the shows are more keen to do a bit of a discount anyway, as they want they want people to be seen to be buying stuff. So generally at those sort of shows, if you're looking to buy a watch, you tend to get a better price anyway.
Yeah. No.
And you did not expect that you were going to be approached and handled like that at a show.
Well, it is what it is now. It is what it is. I let other people. I'm not gonna say that much more. I'm gonna let other people decide what they want to do, right? Because it doesn't really matter to me, like in many ways. So I'll let other people decide.
Right. Hey, OC, what do you think
Hey
about
Tim, what's up?
Fear's watch? What do you think about Fear's watch? Is British watchmakers the future?
I think there are too few Americans on this panel. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, look at Canadians.
I'm out of here. I got to get going anyway, guys.
Canadian watch monkey.
COC. I'm not
Have
going
Have a good one,
anywhere.
Canadian.
Take care. Take care.
Time to
Canadian.
go, man. My ass is getting numb. I don't know how you do it, Tim. Jesus.
Yeah,
See, so
Hours
you
and
you have to have a good share.
you got to
know,
do
you
it for the love of the game. I'm doing it for sport now.
You probably have Daniel Katz's share. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting on a
Yeah.
stool. Anyway,
I got the Herman Miller Aeron. It's the only chair. You got to have this one. If you're gonna be sitting all the time, this is it. This is it.
Just a quick thing. I'm going to be doing a review on the Citadel. So if
Oh.
anyone's interested in the Citadel, I'll have that video.
Send me the
probably up
link.
tonight.
We'll
It'll be
watch
up
it.
tonight. Just go to Canadian Watch Monkey.
Okay, we'll watch
Okay.
it together and we'll react. We're
I
gonna tear
will. I
the video
will.
apart.
I will say, Canadian Watch Monkey, here in the UK, when I met up with Maltred and we were looking at various boutiques, after they closed, all the windows of the stores were emptied, except for Tissot. So I don't know what that says about Tissot. They kept their watches in their front window.
Guys, for reviews of all the brands that you've never heard of and never want to buy again, visit Canadian Watch Monkey on YouTube. Link in the chat.
All the watches that you should never
Come
buy.
on, man. I've done Panerai. I've done Tudor.
I'm joking.
I've heard of those. I've heard of those.
I've got a Tissot as well. It keeps the door
Should never
open.
buy from a boutique. At
OC just loves to kind of make a little bit every time.
If
I
it's
come
not
on.
a Rolex or AP, OC is not interested.
Exactly.
Part of
We
the
know
shtick.
this.
I love Citadel watches. I think they're fantastic.
You're such
Okay.
a liar.
Bye, everyone. Take care. It was a
Take
slice.
care.
Bye.
Take care, Canadian.
All right.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
No, the Fears watch is a fine watch. This looks, it's got the cushion case, which is very similar to the Laurent Ferrier and the Tag Heuer Camaro. It's interesting bracelet. It's not bad. How about that as a review? It's not bad.
Damning with faint praise there from OC.
By the way, we've been able to take the panel now to 2 Americans and 2 foreigners, which is pretty dang good. We just need to add some more Americans to the panel to increase the balance.
For balance. For balance. I said balance. Very good.
Yeah.
Hey Red, what's up? How are you?
Doing good.
By the way, I will give my advice. I don't want to get involved in this whole thing with the what's going on there. But I will say this, like, it might be better, just an idea, I'm not a diplomat, for like both you and Paul Thorpe to not try and look backward at the past and try and come up with explanations for this and apologies for that. How about like both sides agree? If both sides are serious, and I don't know if both sides are serious and sincere, but if they were, here's how I would handle it. Forget about the past, forget about apologies. Going forward, we agree to treat each other with respect and courtesy, and we won't say things about the other person unless we've talked to that other person in private first and discussed our issues with them, and we won't take those things public. That's what I would do. But here's
the problem with that. MOC, if you're talking about, let's say, the digital watch world, and there's a story breaks about digital watch world or something, right? Tim is going to talk about it. But
Yeah,
what?
but that's
Hey,
that's not
breaking
that's
news!
but that's not
It's breaking
personal.
news. The latest
Yeah,
video comes
yeah,
out
but
that it exposes
Paul
another
takes it.
fatal flaw in the digital watch vault. We're
Rein
gonna
it,
have to cover it. There's no
rein it
time
in,
to
rein it
But
in.
call
Paul
Paul
takes it
Thorpe
personally.
and
But
ask
Paul
him
takes it personally.
whether
This is the problem.
he's
Listen
having
to
a good day and
Well,
whether
I'm just saying if both sides were serious,
not feeling right.
that's what I would propose. But
listen.
Tim has every right to talk about Digital Watch Vault and Hodinkee and Luxury Bazaar and The Wizard and Timepiece
That
Gentleman and
wizard,
all
that
the
son
things
of a
that are
bitch.
going on.
You see, Paul takes it all too personally. So if you're talking about digital watch world, you're not actually talking about Paul, right? But
Right.
but Paul takes it as if you are talking about it, i.e.,
But that
when
was
he was talking about Roman
Paul's
there the other
fault
day
because
too.
that was Paul's fault because he put himself as a public spokesperson for Digital Watch Vault when he wasn't supposed to be that person.
Yeah,
That
he
was
opened himself
he
up
opened,
for criticism.
so he put himself in that position. Then he's upset that he got an unfair amount of the criticism when
Well, he got
Digital
fair
Watch
amount
Vault
of
was
criticism.
yeah, well,
He's
fair or unfair.
complaining that he got the fair. Actually, you know what? He got very little criticism. There should have been a lot more. There's been a lot more people. They were able to silence a lot of people with a little bit of sponsorship money. But they could have been a lot more fair criticism of the Digital Watch Vault.
By the way, one thing that cannot be criticized at all is the quality of Red Shovel's microphone today. He sounds fantastic. Red,
I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
yeah, Red. What are you doing? What did you do for microphone?
I'm just on the iPhone. I'm just on the phone here at the minute. I'm out
Sounds
at the minute here.
Wow,
So
sounds
yeah,
better than you've ever sounded.
I'm just on the iPhone mic at the minute.
Love it.
So,
Love it. By the way, M2 Carlino says, and I usually don't cover stuff like this, but AC3 just sacked Lux. Lux is, I guess, a guy on his show or something.
Ooh.
Live on his show. We only watched as we know he is fiked. Okay. All right. Actually, I'm sorry for
Don't
reading
know
it.
anything about that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No idea.
Stop lying and stop threatening Tim. That might be a good start. I agree with Stephen Monash. Don't threaten Tim and don't threaten Red Shovel. That is a good start. But actually, both sides should actually not talk about each other personally.
I think he's talking about you, OC, not threatening Tim.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tim, stop it. I have to threaten Tim every few days just to remind him that we're a watch channel, that we're supposed to be a watch channel, and that Watches and Wonders is coming up in 3 weeks, guys. We're going to be doing our best to provide you 24-hour coverage. The team of Tim Wright, Red Shovel, and OC will be on the ground. I can't even believe this is only 3 weeks away, Red. 3 weeks away in Geneva.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I have the Rolex teasers should be dropping any minute. As a matter of fact, they could be dropping at midnight tonight, Eastern time, or at midnight GMT. What's the time in Geneva? IST, GMT?
GMT +1, I think.
GMT +1. At midnight GMT +1, it could be the release of all the Rolex teasers, and then we're in for 3 straight weeks of pure watch talk and nothing else.
Well, that was going to be maybe my suggestion, then, that this whole sort of like Forby thing, maybe everyone sort of needs to calm down, take a step back, and maybe in Watches and Wonders, when everyone's in the same place, it's the time to maybe talk then, and not necessarily on a live stream.
If Paul's going to be at Watches and Wonders, I think that's a great place to break bread.
Yeah.
He wasn't there last year, I don't think.
Red, is the rumors true that you're going to have an intravenous drip of 19 crimes whilst you're in Geneva?
I don't know how that is leaked, but yes, there is some truth. I'm getting one of those. Well, some would say an extension to the beer belly. One of those things that you sort of strap to you, and you pour the neck, and there's like a discreet sort of straw comes up your neck.
The beer hat, where you have 2 cans on your helmet.
No. It's an actual sort of rubber thing that you strap to your stomach, and that holds the 19 crimes. and then there's a straw comes from that. So it just makes you look even fatter, but you have a
Right.
full supply of beer or wine or whatever you have, so like strapped to you.
Oh, see, you know what? I'm sorry that I exposed the fatal contradiction of Digital Watch Vault, that it's not going to sell its private data, but the terms of service said that they would.
And
Tim,
you tried, you
just
tried, OC. You tried.
I
OC.
haven't
You your
tried
best.
hard enough.
I'm sorry. I'm sincere.
My main concerns right now are someone to super chat so Tim can get a haircut, super chat so Tim can buy a decent shirt, super chat for the beard trim, super chat to test the microphones and all the gear and equipment before we leave, super chat to not forget cables. Guys, we need help. We need help
I
reminding
need
us to do
help.
stuff.
Let's get, guys. I can't wait to go to the Watches and Wonders and represent the watch community. We're gonna
talking
interview
about giving
every
people help.
single
I have to go here,
watchmaker.
folks. I have
All
to
right.
go here again. So
Red.
I'll catch you later. See you. Bye.
Cool.
Bye.
All right, see you
See
later.
you.
See you,
Alan.
Red.
See you.
See you, Red.
We'll be there
Peace out.
capturing all the new Rolex releases as well as the world debut of the new Cubulus.
Cubulus?
Cubulus. What the fuck, Tim?
Cubulus or Cubulus?
Is it Cubulus or Cubulus? How do you
What
pronounce
is
it?
it?
That's
Cubulus.
what. Listen, we will be
Cubulus.
interviewing everybody in Geneva to answer that burning question.
It's
Is
a
it
silent U.
Is it Patek Philippe Cubulus or Patek Philippe Cunelingus? How is it pronounced? Or Cubulus.
Loose.
What a stupid ass name. If they really release a watch called that, it's gonna be shaped like a cube, you know that.
Man, it's year 2024. We ran out of names. It's gonna be rough. Next generations are gonna struggle. Guys, upvote the live stream. Let's get to 100 upvotes. I would really appreciate
Patek Philippe Hubris.
Patrick Philippe. Yeah. Man, Patrick
Oh.
Philippe. It's a great brand. Oh, see, it's a great brand.
Patek Philippe.
Patek
Rufus is a Rufus member for 6 months. Shout out
Yeah.
to the Watch Talk. Thank you, Rufus.
Thank you. We had a little bit of watch talk. We'll look at
But there's no watch news. It's a Sunday. I mean, there's no watch news at all.
exactly.
So that Adrian video, the CWC quartz
This
watch.
one. Yeah.
It's been 3.5 hours. How far are we through this video?
What does he say in this video? Is there
The CWC is they make watches for the military, but most of the British military, even his father, would just throw it in their locker and not use it because it's it's a military issue. It's a quartz watch. Okay, some people like it. It's meant to last several years without having to change the battery or something like that. But then aren't all quartz
impressive?
like that. So
But they last longer.
yeah, there's no functionality. It just keeps time. It doesn't do anything. There's no light or anything like that. So incredibly long lasting. Because I think after Rolex and Omega got very expensive, they
If you
stopped.
pause it on his facial expression, it's hilarious. Look at him.
Oh, see. Do you want one of these watches?
I don't want to. Listen, okay. I think I've said this a million times. I'm gonna say it 1,000,001. I like Adrian Barker. I like him as a person. I think I have nothing
guy.
against the guy, except I don't think his videos are very entertaining. I think he's boring. So the one thing that I don't do is watch his videos, whether I don't watch them at 2 times speed or 1.5 speed. So I certainly wouldn't watch them at 1/100th speed, which is what we do on this show. So I have zero interest in watching his video and micro analyzing his content because he doesn't talk about things that interest me at all.
What things would you rather do than watch Adrian Barker video and analyze it?
I would almost anything. Almost anything.
Let me rephrase that question. OC, what watch brand would you like him to talk about?
I mean, it's not a big watch day. I mean, sometimes you just don't have the news, right? You have to rely on the chat to ask good questions. And if the chat doesn't come through with good questions, then
Then you got nothing.
got
Come
nothing.
on,
Today,
come on, people in the
unfortunately,
chat, super chat a great question to
I
so
even
that we can
brought
talk
up
about
some
it.
interesting stuff there. Did you see the list of demands? I said my
You
counter
mentioned
offer
demands
is
one more
even better.
fucking time, Tim. I'm off. I'm leaving you guys to talk amongst yourselves.
Actually, what I did watch today, and it was kind of slow and plodding, but Oliver Mueller. Do you know who Oliver Mueller is, Tim?
No, who is that?
Oliver Mueller is the guy who professionally is known as Lux Consult. He's the guy who Morgan Stanley works with to compile that that 50-page report every year called
Oh,
Morgan
no shit.
Stanley Swiss Watch
The
Industry
Revolution.
Analysis. Yeah, and
The
so
Revolution video.
yeah, so Waco actually interviewed him, and it's going to be like a big multi-part series. And the link is in private chat. Yeah, and
it's in
That was a
private
good
chat.
video.
if you want, I
We
can
were
ask
talking.
Waco for permission to play it. He usually gives me
Oh,
permission, his team, but can play it.
Yeah, we briefly
Look how
talked about this.
Look how upbeat he is. Look how
Healthy.
excited he
He
is.
looks so healthy.
Very healthy. He looks slim. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's looks healthy. He looks energetic. He looks enthusiastic. He looks like everything is going perfecto, right?
Listen, guys, I've got, there's 20-minute video. I've only got another 40 years left of my life to live. So I'm going to let you go through this at
Hey,
your own
Alex,
pace.
thank you for joining us on the live
And we
stream.
may not go.
I
We
think
may
we're
not go
making
through this
progress.
all. Yeah.
No, it's a good video. It's a good video. There's some good talking points in it. So enjoy and take care of yourselves. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out. Peace out.
Alex, good guy.
Great guy. Red
Good
Shovel,
guys.
great guy too.
Good guys in the UK. Really good guys. Alan, Watch Apprentice, Stephen, James Hess, who's technically not in UK watch community, but all those
Good
European guys. Good guys. Good guys.
They're doing a live stream tomorrow on the UK watch community.
Yep,
By the
that's
way,
normal Monday time slot.
exactly. Just like always, the show doesn't stop. They will keep fighting the good fight. The cartel is on the ropes, guys. We gotta press our advantage. Finish the job.
Listen to that show. It shows a good show. It's a good channel with good panelists, so it will do very well. Like I said the other day, the quality content will be rewarded with views and with memberships, and that's the case. I mean, again, I like Paul, but his idea that he thinks if he thinks it's easy to do a daily live stream show, it's not easy, especially if he's going to have the same 3 people every day. I'm gonna Danny and whoever the other. I mean, the same cast of characters.
The good Danny. There is a funny.
It's not even a good Danny. Yeah, it's not even Surdy Danny. It's the other Danny.
It's some fake one. It's
it's
the Danny with the fake bezel.
Someone sent me a screenshot about an hour ago because they're already off the air. Their show only lasted an hour, right? So they skipped a day. They went back for an hour.
I get called. I get called all kinds of names for doing a short show when it's not doing so well. When we have a really slow day.
But
it's ridiculous. But everybody's praising Paul. Oh, he's doing content. Man,
it's hard, and he's going to realize that super soon. They did a stream. They only had like 200 total views. I mean, total views.
Over before
you have more viewers right now almost than they had for the entire show.
Paul Thorpe is
came in and dropped off.
He doesn't know what he's doing. We'll see. He has no idea.
You have to have good content.
He doesn't have. There's no reason to do it. His only reason is because he thinks there's some super chats in it.
Well, it's on a non-monetized channel, so
yeah, but
zero chance of that.
He's rushing to get the monetization. He thinks it's going to be tomorrow.
It's not going to happen.
It's just whatever. Daniel Katz, everybody, 279. It's over, Daniel. It's over. The watch market, it is really effed. It keeps dropping. The floor is breaking underneath people's feet.
The next couple quarters are going to be very, very interesting for
What would
retailers
you
and
do?
for brands.
Are you gonna move some stuff? Are you gonna put a few pieces on consignment?
No, no. I might wait for the never mind. No,
Oh,
I
and you
might.
said you took your deposit back from
I
from
did.
IWC
I've
officially withdrawn.
officially, yep, officially
What made
canceled
you
my
decide
order.
that? Because they're going below retail. If you want one, you no longer have to wait. You could just go to gray market, pick one up tomorrow. Instead, you're freaking waiting at an AD. What the
Yeah,
right?
I mean it's a combination of factors. First of all, if I put my order in 10 months ago for a watch, it's insulting for other people in the secondary market to be getting it before I get it. Right?
Yeah,
That's a slap in the face.
I understand if it was AP.
Right? Yeah. So I in my opinion, IWC bungled the launch. They should have shipped this watch to me 6 months ago, and I would have happily
Yeah.
paid probably full price, and and I would have been happy with the watch. But their rollout was a disaster. They launched it, Watches and Wonders, last year. It was a great watch. We saw it in person at Watches and Wonders, and here we are 1 year later, and no watch. So that's one factor. Number two, it's not a good feeling, and I have no shame in saying it. To pay $11,700 for a watch that people like Alex are buying for $10,000 with no tax. That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make
It's like
financial
paying to get
sense.
yourself kicked in the nuts.
That's right, which isn't a pleasant feeling from what I've
It's
heard.
not. It's not. It's like, hey, collectors, come here, bend over.
So I'm not paying $11,700 plus tax for something that other people are getting for $10,000. It just doesn't, unless I strategically wanted to do that because of my relationship with the AD, which I have already a strong enough relationship with the AD that includes purchases of
There's nothing that you
many.
want for them.
Yeah, I mean, well, there are things that I'm gonna get.
Unless new stuff comes out. There's some
The
new
que-
stuff might
yeah,
come out that you will want. There's going to be some fire pieces this year.
yeah. So I think the IWC, and then the third one is like also like just to the AD, make sure they understand my business can't be taken for granted. I put down a deposit for something, I didn't get it, so I'm out of here. Boom.
Notorious MEC says, Tim and OC knows Paul gonna do well, and their super chats are going to dry up. That's
These super chats here.
hilarious.
Why would they get? Well, that's not. As a matter of fact, the people who are watching Tim's the other channel, there's zero overlap with Tim's audience. Zero overlap.
Exactly. That's just literally all the haters who actually, this is going to be a lot healthier for some of those haters that, like Chris J, no longer at this time would
Yeah.
he have to watch my stuff and just freaking rage. He could be watching Paul Thorpe.
He won't, but he won't be. I don't think
But why not?
because this show's more entertaining.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Even
just watch this to
even
just be
people who
angry.
support Paul and don't like you are more likely to watch your show versus theirs because the show's just better, just qualitatively better.
Are you one of those people that believe into this conspiracy theory that like majority of my audience is like 60-plus-year-old men that want to bring me down?
No, I don't. I don't think that's that there are that many weird, twisted people that are hate watchers. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a very small but vocal and loyal group.
Mhm.
Very small, probably under 10 people. But
Shout out to Sirocco Sales.
Sirocco, next time you're in, hope you're feeling better. Hope you're getting better. And next time you're in the United States, please look us up.
Yeah, I would love to have a Peroni with Sirocco Sales. That would be so cool. That's weird stuff, OC. It's weird stuff. There's people going around in the watch space doing weird shit. But anyways, the Waco, cool guy.
Yeah.
You watched this whole video and you saying it's amazing?
No, I never said that. This is more cerebral stuff about
Cerebral.
Waco, the Waco industry insider interviewing a consultant about what's going on in the watch industry.
Okay, is there a part that we should play? Should I play like the beginning? Do you
Sure,
think it's
play the
worth? Yeah.
play the beginning.
No, let's play the beginning.
Because they talk about Rolex in the
Welcome
beginning.
Yeah, cool.
to my Geneva apartment with the man of the hour, Oliver Mueller, Mr. Lux Consult, Mr. Morgan Stanley report on the Swiss watch industry. It's just come out, and we have the pleasure and honor of him being here with me today to talk about the Swiss watch industry. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you, Wei, for having me.
So he's really hyped up.
Yes, he is. He's a very good presenter. It's like you can tell that Waco is a professional. He's not just doing this. He's not just fucking about.
Yeah.
Oh, is the microphone correct? Is it going through the correct microphone, or is it using the built-in microphone?
He's a professional. He's got people that handle that.
Exactly.
And did you catch that? And Vimal Nair picked up on it. He said, "I'm here in my Geneva apartment."
Uh-oh.
In other words, I have a, multi-million-dollar
flex.
It's a subtle flex.
Subtle
multi-million-dollar
flex,
Geneva
yo.
apartment, because I'm so
Look at this space
ingrained in the watch industry that I have to have a residence in the heart of
it's
the
also
watchmaking
Crib's
world.
episode. Dude, look at this fucking place. Look at it. It's like a mansion.
Let's talk about first the overall top line figure, right? So there was growth in the
Hiding
Swiss watch
alone.
industry last year, 26.7 billion now. So does that mean that the industry is fundamentally healthy?
But
It is fundamental.
Oh, of course we know. I was going to guess the answer, right? He's asking a guy who makes his money off of the Swiss watch industry whether the industry's out. Of course, he's going to say the industry's better than ever, stronger than ever. I'm not going to
Gatsby, $5 super chat question: how much of a premium would you pay to an AD just to have a brand new watch rather than buy for less in the secondary market? 30%.
Wow, you pay 30% more for a brand new watch? Gatsby, do you mean?
I mean, I wouldn't pay. I would go to the gray market.
Yeah. Let me see if I can understand Gatsby's question. Do you mean that how much would you pay for a new unworn watch in the secondary market versus a watch that's a couple of years old and in mint condition? Meaning just paying for the fact that it's brand new? Please help us out.
Oh, dang.
I see. Premium you would pay to an AD to have a brand new watch rather than buy for less. Second, I would pay. Yeah, let's see. Tim said 30%. True.
Link. I dropped the link, Daniel. I already dropped it.
It's already there, Daniel.
He super chatted. Jeez.
Probably 15 to 20%. If
I didn't see it.
If the difference is more than 20%, I might go gray.
20%. Hey, Daniel. Sorry, I didn't see the link.
That's okay. I'm really depressed right now, guys. So I thought I'd come back for company.
What happened? What do you mean you're depressed? What?
The person who's the bad person in this is also the hero, and she's about to get into real trouble. So I just got a bit.
I'm only on page 6.
You don't have the book.
You're spoiled.
Oh, shit. I'm throwing the book in the trash. Fine,
What a liar.
Thanks a lot, Daniel.
How could you?
Stupid ass.
Spoilers.
No, I don't know what got over me to reveal that. I mean, that's my conjecture.
I thought she was the bad person.
She's the bad person, but kind of the likable bad. I can explain it.
Shit. No, you've ruined enough.
Unbelievable. All right,
What's going on with Waco? What's going on with Waco?
Oh well, they're talking about the industry, state of the industry. Waco is asking, how healthy is the industry? Here's the answer.
Okay.
Please turn healthy, and I think in the long
what?
Please turn on closed captioning so I can read it in English. Thank you.
term, we will still see growth, but the picture is a little bit diverse depending on the brands. But in any case, we achieved another record year after 2022, which was already the highest, and we achieved more than that.
But what we're seeing right now is that for the first time, the watch industry is facing a little bit more of a challenge, right? For the last couple of years, we've had this kind of like tsunami of interest.
Okay, there you go.
First of all, it's an unbelievable feat that they had a record year in 2023, which is not, again, people like to forget. 2022 was the year that the market peaked and dropped massively, right? So March 2022 was the peak, and it fell precipitously all the way through 2022 and all of 2023. So the fact that they were able to pull record revenue in 2023 in the second year of a decline, and that decline is in the secondary market, means that there's still incredible demand through the primary channel of ADs, which is unbelievable, even for all the tertiary, secondary and tertiary brands, IWCs, the Panerais, the JLCs. Yeah.
OC is very smart.
OC is, and so is Waco.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole market situation, it's very tough. It's very tough.
Waco as much research as he does. He also has his writers that do the research, I guess, for Rake and Revolution.
On this one, yeah, but on this though, he's ad-libbing. He knows this stuff, so he's actually he's talking with the guy, and he didn't have to prepare really. He just read the report himself, and he knows this.
Yeah.
Interest in watches, speculators jumped in. Watch prices in the secondary market were going up.
That's the speculators, the flippers. See what kind of seems to have happened. The speculators came in. They put this massive demand on the watch market. Then they all went broke, and then the demand that was from actual collectors has been fulfilled in 2023. But now that we're entering 2024, now we're coming to the point where it's real demand is kicking in, and I don't think this is going to be a good year. I think we're going to have a devastating.
That's the question.
Yeah,
that's the question. Will there be considerable demand?
I think there's no demand.
Or will it start
half
to dry
the
up?
demand, 50%. I think we're going to see some brands go kapoop.
Absolutely berserk, right? And as a result, you could pretty much sell anything. But now we've come back to an era of sanity and rationalism. And in that era, you have a clear divide between the brands that are even more powerful and will probably gain market share this year, and those that will kind of fall off the radar a little bit. So let's talk about the first brand, which was the clear winner last year, and to me will definitely be the clear winner this year, and that is the greatest brand on earth, and the one I'm wearing, Rolex. Correct, sir?
Yeah, yes.
Ooh.
The greatest brand in history. Rolex.
It just is. It's hard to argue. Hey, Daniel has 2 Rolexes. That's what Daniel Craig was wearing.
Was he? No, come on. Was he?
He was.
No.
He was.
He wasn't wearing.
One,
He wasn't
36.
He was?
Oh, no. Sorry. Ian Fleming.
Ian Fleming. Is
Sorry.
right.
Wrong guy. Wrong cool guy.
Yeah, Ian Fleming, he's left it for me to wear now.
I think Ian Fleming is cooler than Daniel Craig. What do you think?
Well, Ian Fleming is the creator. Daniel Craig would say that Ian Fleming is cooler. Does he create
Right?
it?
What would you say,
But
OC?
you don't compare. It's like
I don't even know what Ian Fleming looks like, so I'm going to go with Daniel Craig.
Oh, you see, it's different.
Ian Fleming wrote stuff.
Man, the bezel on the 40 mil Submariner is just like butter. Extraordinary stuff.
Good stuff.
And you got the bluesy, right? The two-tone bluesy.
I do.
Do you wear it?
I do. I wore it the other day.
You got the two-tone bluesy?
Actually, I keep the bluesy in my office because, yeah.
You have the bluesy. Can I have your autograph?
In case it's a sunny day, is that why?
No, because in case I get a phone, in case I get invited to lunch or I go to lunch with my AD, then I have the bluesy, which I have watches that I tend to have available. So if I get a call or I'm going to go visit an AD, I have a watch that I bought from that AD.
Wow, and you like got multiple ADs, so you have to have like 3 to 4. You're working with 3 or 4 ADs, so you gotta have 3 or 4 watches. With
I gotta have loafers. I gotta have no socks. I've gotta have linen pants, expensive attaché cases like Boston Collector, sunglasses. It's a whole ensemble. Skechers.
All
I've
right,
got
that's
a
what.
I got a pretentious fake. What's it called? Case like what he's talking about. I can show it to you. Never mind. Sorry.
A
Carry on.
pretentious luggage, pretentious piece of luggage. He's got a case, all right, a mental case.
Do you have what kind of luggage do you use?
It was okay. Go
Anything
ahead.
cool?
Nothing cool.
Luggage is cool. I like luggage.
Yeah. Do you carry a lot of luggage in your life, Tim?
Ah, man, whenever I travel, I wanna get a backpack for kind of for 2 or 1 day trips.
Tim's favorite luggage brand is Sharona. He calls it my Sharona.
Oh,
He takes it everywhere. No, Sharona, I believe. Is the
Sharona.
actual name. Yep.
Well, go on with the take, Tim. Go on, with the take, Tim. Before he drives us crazy. Go with
It's not Sharona. It's Ramona.
It's
Ramona.
Ramoa.
No,
Ramoa?
Ramona.
Oh,
Ramona. She's really pretty, Ramona.
Ramoa. They always have
Brown
some new
space.
colors and stuff.
I've
And
got
the
something
back-
like that one, but in black.
Which one? Like this one?
The black one. No, the white one, but in black. I've got
This
black
one. The
and-
silver one. This is really cool.
Yeah, just a small version though. I have. Yeah. Carry on.
These are pretty cool.
Yeah, these are carry-on, and they can be taken. They could be checked. You could check them or carry them on.
That's right.
Daniel.
Yeah, but if you check them, they're gonna get beat the crap out of them, because those guys that handle luggage, when they see these Ramoas, they
throw them.
drop them on purpose extra few times. Just
Oh, no, I don't
for
have.
secure measure.
No, I don't have this expensive version. I just have a case that looks like it. This is the
Oh.
expensive version here. No,
Yeah, this is the real deal.
no, I don't have the real deal.
This is $1,400.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mine was nowhere near that.
It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much. We'll see. All right, let's keep.
Can you back it up 5 seconds so we can hear that again?
Here we go.
Which was the clear winner last year, and to me will definitely be the clear winner this year, and that is the greatest brand on earth, and the one I'm wearing, Rolex. Correct, sir?
That's correct. Yes, they do an outstanding job. It's a never-ending growth. The demand is still there, even if we have seen the prices on the secondary market coming down as a logical consequence of less speculation. A lot of people who came into this market just to earn the quick buck by flipping the pieces are luckily out again.
Oh damn! The flickers, the cams have been sussed out.
Yep.
It is what it is. Daniel, are you going to miss the flippers?
I wasn't really affected by the flippers, even though I wear a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might mistake me for a flipper. Because sometimes I flip out.
Don't flip out. Are you still flipping out with your sister over there? And
No,
everything?
I think it's
Okay.
just, it's just the life of in between, things. The whole
yeah?
nature of it. Yeah, that sister and brother thing is just an ongoing. We all have that sometime, right, in our lives.
I guess so.
I only have ghosts in the house right now. Me and the ghosts.
It's you and the ghosts.
Yeah.
How many ghosts are there in the house? You can't wait until they demolish this thing. Are you gonna be there when they're going to bring that thing with the big bowl at the top and
right. Well, we don't know what
smash the house?
That's like we don't know for sure what's going to happen, right? Thanks for your drama, but I leave in May, and the place is, we don't know what's going to happen. Could be 4 months, a year from now, but my life moves on from there. I'm not going to go look at this place.
Yeah, life must go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's it. That's their episode there for the day.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
it's over. Oh,
That's
we
it. That's it.
Okay,
4-hour show.
that's
There was also a show on the community channel. I mean, how much can we do, right? There's only so much that we could do every single day, guys. Good stuff. I dropped the link if somebody wants to join us for the after show. The link is in the chat. And if you want to support the show, we have PayPal. I dropped the link in PayPal. Really appreciate any donation is highly appreciated. See you guys tomorrow.